And there's me. All right.
Like I was saying.
Boom.
Good morning, tit stream.
Tit stream. There it is.
I cannot have a tit stream. We will get in trouble. The fans link below.
There it is. So yeah, so something. I wonder if they did that for everything else too, on all of my other different scenes.
Uh-oh.
We will worry about that when the time comes. But welcome back to yet another stream. I know I just got back of a month off, but I feel like I've been doing this for a long time.
Mm-hmm. We are a little sluggish today.
Yeah.
We ate a lot of food.
A lot of good food.
Today was a food day, and we're really upset with ourselves after talking about it. We've been talking about streaming restaurants, not streaming, but like recording places that we go to eat and talking through like fun stuff since the pandemic is easing up and more places are allowing fun seating arrangements. Bennett, hold on.
Look at the shadow. Look at all this shadow right here.
I don't think it's...
Turn that Mothger up. There it is.
Anyways, so we went food hopping today.
Yeah.
We went and got breakfast and in the city, and then we went to the candy store in the city, and then we went to a really fancy barbecue place, and then we went to a really cool donut place.
And then we came home and I died.
Yep, he slept like right there for like
Right.
2
Yeah,
hours, like 2 hours.
It was closer. Well, what it was like closer to 3 hours actually.
I spent those 3 hours showering because I felt gross. It was a humid ass day.
It was very humid.
I saw a crazy accident today. I didn't see it happen, but we were driving on the highway, and apparently a car had came off of a bridge and landed in a grassy area. And I like turned, and the car was like all crumbled up, and there was just police officers like taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck?
And it's like she tells me after we pass it.
Well, we couldn't stop the traffic. Couldn't stop.
I could
Stop being nebby. But while we were at the candy store, we decided that we'd get a fun soda because we bought a bunch of glass sodas, and I got a squirt because they're delicious. Remind me of my childhood. And you got a 7-Up. Sis,
it was very refreshing for how hot it was today.
Sis got a fancy cola bottle, and we bought this one here.
We're gonna try it on cream today. Here,
Unicorn Yak.
Unicorn Yak. It is raspberry orange cream. It is
totally gross.
Totally gross soda.
And I'm probably gonna hate it because I hate cream
Always
soda.
ask for Avery's. It's so disgusting. So disgusting.
So disgusting. I'm like thinking about the cream soda, and I'm like starting to like tick.
He's not a cream soda person, apparently.
I hate it. Let me pop it now, or you want to wait till the end?
Pop it now.
Pop it now.
Here.
Pop, lock, and drop.
Good. Oh no.
I hate fruit and milk. I hate fruit and milk. I hate that. Oh, I hate it so much. You're gonna like it.
Hey, that's not bad. That is not bad. I can only probably only gonna have like a half of this, but
that was totally gross. So disgusting.
Some totally gross soda.
Next time we should get the corn one. There was a corn soda and there was a pickle soda, and we just didn't. We decided to get something different. Do you remember the time we got the turkey meal? The turkey sodas?
Oh yeah, whenever Jones Soda came out with the Thanksgiving sodas.
They came out with like weird holiday spreads the one year.
Yeah.
And we bet on one on eBay, and we outbid people, and then we got it, and it was like turkey and Brussels sprouts and pumpkin pie.
No, it wasn't pumpkin pie. I think it was like
pumpkin pie.
Some other
or
like pumpkin
sweet potatoes.
Something weird. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find that. Jones Soda.
Right, this is enough for me. I cannot have any.
Giving pack. It was from 2005. That shows you guys how ridiculous or how old we are. Somebody's reselling it for $70. I don't even think that you can drink this shit anymore.
Probably not.
Copy. Where's the Discord? Right here's a Discord. I'll throw it up here. I see that the photo of me almost killing my husband did well on the Discord.
Hmm?
I posted those pictures
Oh, yeah.
of when I
Whenever
almost
you
killed
almost
you.
killed me.
It was a good time.
Oh, it was a great time.
It was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
What in tarnation?
What in tarnation? What was it? Turkey and gravy.
There it is.
Turkey and gravy, sweet potatoes, dinner roll, pea, and
Pea and
acid.
And acid. That wasn't the one that we had.
No, we had all of those except for it was Brussels sprouts.
We didn't have the pea and antacid.
No, we didn't have the antacid, but we had Brussels sprouts with ours. Maybe this is one that came out after the one we got, because this says 2006, but it says originally came out in 2005. Maybe we had the original, and then somebody was like, you need to get one that's an antacid one. But yeah, we bought that. Something quite similar. I remember the Brussels sprout one smelled like shit. It was really bad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. We mildly talked about topics for today. It's been a weird week. We've been tired.
A long week.
It's been a long week.
Good
And it
week,
won't
but long.
fucking stop raining. Nobody cares about the weather. I hate talking about weather. It sucks. Weather's weather. But we did talk about how I would divorce him if he became a flat earther. Or if we got a divorce and like your girlfriend was a flat earther.
She would not be my girlfriend if she was a flat earther.
I'm fighting for full custody of our children.
I would give them to you if they were a flat earther.
Flat earthers, man.
Speaking of flat earthers, that is actually our first topic of the day. All right, here we go. This is flatearthers.org.
I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
I don't know. Look here. Look, this is whenever I was like pulling these up for the podcast, I seen this Flat Earth 4-hour documentary. Proof there is no. It takes you 4 hours to prove that the Earth is not a globe and is flat.
People have gone to space, guys.
Yeah.
Space. They've gone to space. All of the planets are circular. How can people say that the Earth is flat? That's insane to me.
So here we got. Oh, look at this. We can buy a flat Earth map.
See, I would buy one like as a joke, but I don't want any of the money to go back to these people.
All right.
I love satire.
Okay, so
I'm trying to figure out how. Go back to the other diagram, the one where it was like concaved. So they think it's like concaved. So it's not exactly flat. It's like a divot.
Yes, square and stationary Earth.
These people, their parents drank.
Drop them on their
No,
heads.
they drank while they were pregnant.
What is this? These men are flying on the globe at the rate of 65,000 miles per hour in the sun, around the sun, and 1,042 miles per hour around the center of the Earth in their minds. Think of that speed.
I can't. Wow. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
What a time.
So I didn't look into like the whole what goes into understanding the flat Earth.
I don't think I could. I think it would hurt my head.
I think so as well.
Guys, listen, the Earth is a circle. It's cylindrical. It's not flat. Really not. There's gonna be like a politician at some point. Like somebody's gonna run for president and say they're a flat earther.
They will not.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I bet you. I'm betting it right now. $10,000. In the next 30 years,
beliefs.
we're gonna have a flat earther run for president. It's in the middle. Like, I get there being flat earthers in like the 20th century, or not the
Not the 20th century, but like
farther back.
Yeah.
Because like they didn't fucking know any better. Like, I told you just the other day, I looked at my great aunt's yearbook.
Yeah.
Or my great aunt's yearbook, and it was like them saying that they had only ever gone like less than 100 miles away from like their hometown because nobody had vehicles there. And so that's all they knew in their like little bubble. So of course you would think the earth is flat if you've never fucking left it. But we went to space to prove these things. What did that say? NASA Disneyland? NASA is similar to Disneyland in that astronauts are actors. Whoa.
That's the one. That is the Italy and the Italian.
Wow.
Thing, part of it, group, whatever.
That's in.
Shaquille O'Neal claimed that the Earth is flat during his podcast called "The Big Podcast with Shaq." The podcast episode was titled "Shaquille O'Neal and Kevin Garnett Talk NBA at Area 21." Boogie Cousins trade and.
Listen, Shaquille O'Neal has never been paid for his education.
He said that he drove from Florida to California and it was flat to him.
And we have never paid Shaquille O'Neal for his contribution to education.
Please stick to basketball, good sir.
And your awesome commercials for the general.
Oh yeah. But there's one more I wanted to bring up.
Oh no. The Flat Earth Society?
The Flat Earth.
That like the Freemasons?
Society. Yeah, but they have a store. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Oh, you want to look at the store?
Yeah, look at the cool stuff they have in the store.
Let's flatten the curve.
Yeah, I know. Right?
So flat earthers believe in face masks. So at least. I don't
These
know.
are just printed on.
What was it? We started talking about flat
Stuff.
earthers because there was that guy that was like, he had been dating a girl for like a couple weeks, and he found out she was a flat earther. And he like didn't know what to say. She like told him in a text or something.
Oh, it's a makeup bag. It says the Flat Earth Society. I would buy one of these out of
Satire,
but I would never actually buy one of these and be like, hey.
No.
And cellular doesn't work here.
Damn it.
Hey man, well thanks for stopping by and letting us know, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming. We'll be every Saturday. We're here. Hopefully next Saturday we'll be doing something more fun.
If you can get on later, hey, definitely. Talk to you then. If not, we'll talk to you next week or whenever.
Her. Speaking of crazy arguments that people have given, I was watching a debate, and I can't remember if it was Ben Shapiro that was on it, okay? And it was this girl, maybe it wasn't Ben Shapiro. I can't remember. The guy sounded like Ben Shapiro. I just didn't give a shit. And the girl was talking about how abortion should be legal because it should be your choice. Like, if you have sex and made that conscious choice to have sex, that you have to deal with the repercussions of those actions, whether it be you get an abortion and you deal with it that way, or you have the baby and you deal with it that way. Like, that should be your responsibility. And he said, so when does life start? And she was like, when there's a heartbeat, I guess. And he's like, you guess or you know? She was like, I don't know how to dictate that, but as long as the fetus does not have to live inside of a host, it should be the host's decision. And if it can't be viable without the host, if they don't want it. And he's like, oh, so you're saying that if somebody is unwanted and a burden and the person doesn't want to take care of them, that they are allowed to do away with them. And she was like, I never said person or something like that. He's like, so we should kill every handicapped person in the world if nobody wants to take care of them. And I was like,
whoa,
you're going a little strong there, my guy. That was like comparing apples.
So
to
what
oranges.
you're saying? Have you watched that Jordan Peterson interview with that Kathy lady from the news, where she was like, so what you're saying? Like, everything that he said, she would like say, but what you're saying is, and then like twist it in this weird way.
Like some fucking extreme shit to make you look like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, I personally want to have an abortion because I don't want to have any more children. They're like, oh, so you want to murder all the babies?
Yeah,
Every baby that's been born right now, you want to
hate
murder
children.
them. It's like,
Yes,
whoa. It's just crazy. I was like, holy shit. No, it was just like, even if you guys are tired of hearing me talk about the whole schmishmortion thing, whatever. Just like that was such like a crazy argument, like the back and forth. Like, ugh. You want to kill all handicapped people.
Yes.
Whoa.
Imagine if they were like, yes.
That would not been funny, but also just been like one of those, kind of like when Wendy Williams, apparently Wendy Williams said, kill the Spears, the Britney Spears' family.
Ooh, Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams, she's a TV show host. But
Oh.
she like said like this crazy thing where she was like talking about Britney Spears. She's like, we should kill them all. And everybody was like, oh, whoa. Okay. What is this? A random question maker.
Yeah, so this is like kind of something I found that might be kind of fun to do. You can either choose a random category or you can pick from. Start with random. All right, here you go. You can answer the first one.
Oh no.
What board game do you like the most?
I have two.
Which one do you like the most, dear? It doesn't ask what two you like the most.
Well, I guess Yahtzee because I can quit anytime I want.
Is that a board game? Would you consider Yahtzee a board
It's
game?
a game. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know.
Well, I don't know. If it has to be like technical, then Monopoly, I guess. But I also get really bored with Monopoly very quickly. I don't like board games, long board games. That's a problem with me. Ooh, I used to like Parcheesi.
I've never played Parcheesi.
Parcheesi was so fun. I lived with a lot of old people.
Obviously, your favorite board game is Parcheesi.
Yeah. What about you?
My favorite board game.
Life.
Life. I think Life is one of them. Yep. You ready?
All right, let's go.
If you get rid of the world, if you get to rid the world of one disease, what would it be?
Oh. AIDS.
AIDS.
You know why?
Why?
Because there's such a stigma around it. One. Two, that is a very large percentage of people that cannot donate blood is gay males because they said that they could have AIDS, and so they won't even take their blood, even if it's tested and shows they don't have AIDS. So that would free up a lot more space for organ donation, blood donation, platelet donation, stem cell, and stem cells can help with like cancer and stuff.
There it is. Figured it out, dear. You did it. Good job.
Sometimes.
Which disease would I get rid of?
Dementia.
I forgot about that one.
Because your fear of dementia.
I don't know. I don't. What is like the most?
The second one would probably be cancer.
Cancer's not a disease, though.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
What would it be considered?
I don't know.
Life-threatening.
I mean, I think a disease is like something you can catch, like
I don't know.
like a virus or AIDS. You know, I don't know. I don't even know if AIDS is considered a disease.
It.
Um.
I'm gonna Google it. Does anybody know?
Cancer.
It is. Cancer is a disease caused when cells divide uncontrollably and spread into surrounding tissue. Cancer is caused by changes in DNA. Most cancer-causing DNA changes occur in sections of DNA called genes. So
There it is.
cancer is.
What is the worst? Come on, finger. Disease. I just seen some. What is the worst zodiac sign?
Heart disease? That's because a lot of people are obese.
The disease of alcoholism. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not a disease. That's just bad decision making. Stroke.
Pulmonary.
Trachea, bronchus, and lung cancer.
Bronchitis. Bronchitis.
Did I say diarrhea? Oh no, diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes is one.
There it is.
Yep.
Diabetes.
Because
That's
the
the
fucking what's his face and the whole upcharge and
Scarelli.
insulin. Oh, that was the other thing. There are biological hackers that are coming up with a new way to make insulin so it would be cheaper, and they're putting their findings out to other scientists so it can just be made and be readily available.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that?
That's pretty cool.
When I saw it was like the article said hackers are making insulin cheaper. I was like, oh, they're hacking like databases. Like that's cool. But no, they're biochemically hacking.
Yeah.
Shit, that's wild.
So diabetes. I don't know if that's considered a disease as well.
Fuck that fucking guy, and then fuck the
Martin Scarelli.
Fuck the pharmaceutical companies for dealing with that shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Like not all pharmaceutical companies are bad, but that's fucked.
Yeah, that is messed up.
That's so fucked.
Like, I'm sure he made a profit, and I'm all for people making a profit, but the amount that he was going was a little fucked up. Like, you do you, man, but that's kind of fucked up. So there it is, the diseases we would rid the world of. Your favorite day of the week?
Oh, I don't really. It would have to be probably like Saturday because you're home with me all day, or maybe Friday night. Not Friday during the day, but Friday.
I like
night.
Saturday too because we get to do these. It's like we get to sit down and talk and bullshit, but not like normally. More of a productive way, I guess, instead of just talking.
Sorry, I was pulling something up because I'm.
Yeah, she's just ignoring me.
No, I'm
to her.
still really fucking pissed off about it, and I think everybody needs to fucking know about that douche.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that, but I fucking forgot about it. We were talking about it, and I just remembered it. So.
Wait, who is that? Is that
the Iron Jacket guy, the one who pretended to be
Oh yeah, okay.
Native American,
yeah.
and he's not.
All right, we'll get to that. Hold on.
I'm really pissed about it too.
If you inherited or won $1 million, what's the very first thing you would do with the money?
Not tell anybody.
And with the money, what would you do with it?
Hoard it.
Hoard it.
Hide it.
Hide it where?
I would probably buy as a house. Like, I don't even know if that'd be like the first thing. I would literally just collect the money and like literally tell nobody. I wouldn't even tell our children. I would just buy as a house. Like, not even like a obnoxious house, a very modest house, like 4-bedroom, decent amount of property. Pay off the vehicle. Off or whatever debt we have left. Really don't have that much debt.
No.
We like have under $50,000 in debt.
We have under.
Well, I'm saying 50,000 just because, just in case there's debt we don't know about. Accidental debt. Yeah, I would just wouldn't tell anybody that I had $1 million. Because $1 million is a lot of money, but that's like enough money for us to live out the rest of our lives and give a percentage of it to our children.
$1 million?
I think it would be fine if we paid everything ahead of time. Because you would have a retirement as well.
Mm-hmm.
We would keep working. Not anything fucking crazy.
Okay,
but I mean, we would be able to pay off all of our debt and have like a nice house paid for. And then, by the time we die, the kids would get whatever is left and then whatever assets we have. Because I already told our children that if they fight at any point in time in the road after we die over assets, all of it's going to charity. They'll get nothing. I will make somebody watch them.
I will donate it to the Islamic State before they fucking get it.
I'll have somebody go burn it down. Yeah, do that. Tell your kids that. Sure you do that. What would you do?
I would invest it, to be honest. I'd pay off our debts first, obviously, pay off our debts. That we were debt free, but then I would invest the rest because like you said, we'd still be working and shit. And
take back everything I said before.
Why?
I'm getting new titties. Like if they had us go get the check and they're like, well, you have to give us a reason, like what you're gonna do with this money. I'd be like, I'm getting new titties.
Okay, there it is.
There we go. I'm getting new titties.
So after we pay off her debt and her new boobs,
Fuck everything nice
invest
I
the
said.
rest.
Just titties.
well, it's not going to cost $1 million. Well, if it does, it better be like, better make us be like a coffee maker with it. But
invest your money. That's really important.
yeah,
My great grandfather, he invested in Apple when it first started.
Yeah.
I think he only put like $100 or something. Like, it wasn't even a lot of money, but over time he kept investing money into Apple because he thought it was going to do good, and then
did pretty well.
it did very well. And then he died,
Then he died.
and then everybody sold his shares.
Where did your family go on vacations in the summer?
I was privileged, and I went on cruises.
That it?
That was it. Like, we
Okay.
didn't have like an actual designated place we went. I just went on cruises
Yeah.
like once a year, once every other year. My family.
We went to we didn't go to from my memory, which is terrible. We never went away for like a week or two at a time. But we went to like amusement parks around the area.
Mm.
Remember, those were like the fun summer things that we did whenever like our parents were on vacation for like a week or whatever in the summertime. We would and then we'd also like go see family, and so it wasn't like we went away for vacation, but we still had stuff we did.
Us personally, as our singular family unit
Yeah,
that
now
we have now,
us as a family.
we usually do staycations. Like, we stay home and we go do like some fun stuff like in a town or two over, or like in a city near us. But like, that's the extent of it. We've personally gone to Florida 2 times.
Yeah.
On our own, once before we had our daughter, and then once after we had our daughter, which was kind of like a vacation. And we just don't do vacations. We just spend time with each other. One day we will. We've been talking about going on a cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about going to Disney soon.
Yes, we had soon, but we'll get to that one whenever we get to the point. Okay, here we go. Let's change this up a bit. Let's do some
Weird.
icebreakers. Okay, we'll do one weird. We'll do an icebreaker. Weird. Do you have any relatives in jail? Motherfuckers.
Pass. 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 I'm not answering any of this. They fucking checked your search history on your computer.
Do you play a musical instrument?
I used to know how to play the jazz saxophone. Can you play an instrument?
Not.
Ah,
I do not. I'm not an instrument person.
saxophone, but that's it.
The jazz saxophone?
Jazz sax.
Like Lisa from The Simpsons?
I guess. I played for like 3 years, 2 or 3 years, and then my dad never wanted to take me to weekend practices or to my band recitals on the weekends when he had me. So I basically quit everything I did when I was a kid because my parents fought over custody arrangements.
Yeah. Did you grow up here?
No. With you? I grew up with you. You grew up with me.
I did.
What happens when you...
Oh.
These are icebreakers, like...
Yeah, let's do some funny ones.
Oh, no.
Would you dress in drag for $25?
We would do it for free.
I would do it not for free. I would do it for $25 though. It depends. I mean, if it's just me getting dressed and then staying in my house, then yeah.
Would do that shit for free.
But I wouldn't get dressed in drag and then like go out.
Listen,
Not for $25.
no, I got a ton of fucking like cool ass outfits and costumes and shit in my closet that I haven't worn in a really long time. I'll do it for free. So
It wouldn't be drag for you. It would just be clothes.
I could do male drag. There's females that do male drag.
Okay, I guess.
I can't remember what her name is, but there's a girl I follow that does it. She does really cool fucking makeup.
How old is the oldest cell in your body? I don't know how to answer that one.
Your cells are always regenerating, so it's like not. That was a weird one.
Do frogs have ears?
Yes.
Yeah, they
have
do.
ears.
I think
Yeah,
so.
They have holes. We'll find that one that we found on the road.
Well, what's left of it?
Yeah. Let's check it.
If you were a worm, how long would you be? That'd be pretty long, to be honest.
my god.
Have you ever collected stickers that are on fruits?
No.
I've never collected them, but
You can eat them.
I mean, you can eat anything, really.
No, like they're safe.
Whether or not you should.
Stickers on fruit are safe to eat. They what is that food? What is it? Food regulated people, whatever they're
The
called.
FDA?
FDA. They made it that stickers have to be edible because people were fucking like just eating them. Like if it's on the fruit, it has to be edible. So, yes, you can eat the stickers on fruit. I don't know if they taste good or not. I've never been that fucking
the more
stupid.
you know.
Yeah, you can.
There it is. But have you ever collected them?
Oh, that's
neither
weird.
have I. Yeah, it is weird.
Who does that?
On a scale from 1 to 5, how afraid of the dark are you? Yeah, dear. From 1 to 5. How afraid of the dark are you?
I will pretend that I'm not afraid of the dark. But I'm gonna say like a solid like 3.5. Solid
Okay.
3.5. Like I talk a big game. I'm pretty strong and independent, but whenever I sleep in bed by myself, I have to turn the bathroom light on and the hallway bathroom light. Sleep because I'm scared something will get me.
I'm a solid 2. So, but, sometimes whenever I'm walking in the dark, the thing that scares me the most is whenever you step on a Lego in the dark and you're like, rah!
Or you step on a weight.
Or you're walking on the steps and you slip on a weight and you almost die. So I'm a solid 2.
A solid 2.
So I'm not unafraid. However,
Cautious.
it also depends. If I'm walking in like in a morgue and the lights go out, I'm a solid 5 at that point, because that's how some of the crazy things happen.
You know me. All the spoopy shit follows me around. All the weird fucking shit follows me around. It's like in my DNA.
What is the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
Like, not like astronomically weird things, but I guess things that typical people wouldn't eat, I guess. We've eaten bugs. Eaten grasshoppers.
I ate saran wrap once.
Okay. You ate
On purpose.
shark?
Purpose.
Ate
That
shark
was
once?
delicious. Dude, it tastes like chicken, to be honest.
Oh, you know, the strangest thing I've ever eaten, and I literally cried over, is I once ordered veal. And I didn't know what veal was. It was one of the times that we were on a cruise, and I ordered veal because it was just on like a fancy menu, and you could only pick like 2 proteins, like between 2 proteins. And it was like, I think it was like quail and veal. And I knew what quail was, and I was like, ugh, like I don't want to eat that. I was like, I guess I'll get veal. And it came out and it was like kind of like a steak, but like different. And I like ate like a bit of it, and I'm like, what is veal? And then I think my stepdad told me, and I started hysterically crying. Like I hyperventilated in like a fine dining hall, and that was, my parents were mortified. And then I guess a waiter felt bad, and then they brought me a plate of French fries. I was like 13. I don't fucking know.
Picture that in my head. That's pretty funny.
It's a hard time.
What's the dumbest thing you've ever cried about, dear? What is the dumbest thing you've ever cried about? What is the many things in your life that were really dumb
I love that you said that to me.
that you cried about?
Oh god. Oh fuck. I can't think of like the dumbest thing I've ever cried about. I cried about a lot of like really fucking stupid things. Especially last year. Last year when I was a fucking mess, I cried over the dumbest shit. I've cried over food being gone. I've cried over like the kids taking my food and being like really upset about it.
What's the dumbest thing I've ever cried over?
I've cried about my tits not fitting in a bra before.
You know,
I don't think you've ever cried over anything
no,
stupid.
I've never cried anything over like cried, like tear cry.
I don't think you've. I just cry sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like, I'll go a long time without crying, though. Oh, I cry over grandparent videos.
That's not dumb though.
It's not dumb, but it can be something as like weird as like a kid walked their grandma to the car. And I'll just start fucking crying, and I'm like, I miss my grandma.
Not dumb though. It's
I don't know.
okay. So one of your stuffed animals' names as a kid. So
We still have him.
I still have him, Mr. Bunny. Mr. Bunny was my stuffed animal Guess what type of animal he was?
A
Bunny.
giraffe.
It was a giraffe. Yeah. No, but it was a stuffed animal that I got whenever I was like really, really young, like 1, 2, or 3 or something like that. I don't know. And apparently, for one of my birthdays, I don't know if it was my mother or my grandmother took me. I forget.
Your grandmother.
I think yeah, my grandmother
Grandma.
took me to the store and they let me pick out one thing, and I grabbed this bunny and I wouldn't let go, so they bought it for me, and I still have it. I actually gave it to my daughter though, but it's still mine.
I found it.
So she has it.
Nope, I found mine.
That is my stuffed animal's name.
I'm sending you a picture so everybody can get like the hellfire that was my stuffed animal that I fucking carried with me everywhere. It's coming. So I had this stuffed animal because when I was a kid, I was sick a lot, and my parents were kind of poor, and so I was
you went on
obsessed.
cruises?
No.
Oh, those okay. Yeah,
Biological
yeah,
parents.
Yeah.
So I was obsessed with 101 Dalmatians. I love dogs, and my parents bought me this exact one. And from that was Patches.
Mm-hmm.
101 Dalmatians. Out of all 101, Patches was my favorite. And so they bought me this dog, and Patches didn't have the nose anymore because I think it got tore off at some point. But I had to have like major surgery when I was a kid, and I refused to get put under until I had my Patches with me. And so the doctor felt so bad because I was so tiny and so scared that he cut Patches open and put stitches in him at the same spot he cut me open and put stitches. And so I had Patches forever.
Oh shit! I didn't know you could do
audio.
I didn't know you could do audio only.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had this dog. That's not the original nose. Somebody put a button on that dog's nose.
Oh really?
Yeah, you can tell. But it didn't have the button nose, but it looked just like that. And then I also had a cat that purred, and I would shake it, and it would go. Did anybody remember the purr kittens? It was like kittens, and you would pet them like this, and the ball thing inside of it would go. Because it wasn't like a push button. It was like something inside of it, kind of like the duck noise thing where you go, but it was a ball that made like a purring noise. And when I was a kid, I found out that if you shook the kittens really hard, the stuffed cats, it would go. I mean, I need to Google the cats that purr because I just remember that. That was like.
Okay, I know. We gotta move on. Next question.
Okay.
Do you put butter before putting the peanut butter on? What?
What the fuck? I don't like peanut butter.
Put butter on before peanut butter. Why can't women put on mascara with their mouth closed?
I do.
Do you? Let me see it. I do it now.
I'm
just kidding. You don't have to do it now.
I can.
No,
I'll go get it. I don't
believe
give two
you.
shits.
I
God,
don't care.
never mind. I don't care anymore.
How many slices of pizza are you capable of eating in one sitting?
One sitting, probably a solid 4. If I eat them really fast and I'm like determined, 4.
Okay.
But most of the time I eat one and then I sit my fat ass on the couch for a while and then I go back an hour.
Mm-hmm. I can eat an entire pizza, 8 slices of pizza in one sitting. I could probably do more, to be honest. But generally,
But you don't want your family to starve. That piece of shit.
Generally, it's 8 slices of pizza. Now, I don't do that all the time. I don't do that every time. But if I were to sit down and eat pizza in one sitting, I could eat an entire pizza.
Yep.
I've done it many times. However, have you ever pooped your pants?
One time. I pooped my pants one time.
I sharted. I did not poop.
That's the same thing. Poop came out.
No.
Poop came out. But how old were you? How long ago was this?
A couple years ago.
A couple years ago. A couple means at least 3. So in the last 3 years. I shit my pants when I was like a teenager. I had food poisoning. So there's a difference.
My part is you always get one less slice than you want. Because assholes like me eat more than
Eat all the
I
pizza?
should. Yeah.
I will take only one slice. Even when we go to somebody's like birthday party.
No, yeah, I usually only have one or 2, 3.
But yeah, I pooped my pants because I had food poisoning once and on a long car ride. Out of my control.
Would you let me slap you for $100?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would too. For $100.
In the face.
I would do it in the
Okay.
face, but I would be very upset afterwards.
He does not. Even if you're play fighting.
I do not like being slapped in the
No,
face. I don't know why. Nothing ever happened whenever, like, growing up that I can remember where I was, like, being slapped in the face, like,
I've like pretended. Added him on the face.
who would you hate to see naked? Boy.
Other.
Yeah, well, okay, that's obvious.
Well, that's an obvious one, but like, there's nobody like else like that I would.
What about Donnie T? Donald Trump?
I'm curious. Like, I dislike him very much, but like, listen, I gotta know. I gotta know. Does he have a comb over in his bush?
Oh my god.
Slap me for $100.
I know, right? It's like, slap me, mother effer. Let's go get some good food.
Go. But no, I'm curious.
Okay, all right.
Oh, it's
We
back
already
to
did
the same
that one. We did that
Oh.
one. That one.
That's all of them for this, I guess.
Oh, it's for
Damn.
funny, yeah. All right, creative. Let's do some creative ones. What two languages would you like to be fluent in?
French and Spanish.
Why French?
French because the French U.S.
Okay.
They set up places in like Louisiana and like Canada and a couple other places, so there are French-speaking people in our hemisphere. So that would be ideal.
Mm-hmm.
And then Spanish because that's like, besides English, that's the second most known language.
Mine would be Russian and Spanish.
Oh, does ASL count? American Sign Language? Does that count as a language to be fluent in?
Guess so, sure.
So Spanish and that. I'll choose that. ASL.
I want Russian. It'd be cool to know Russian.
Das Vidanya.
Mm-hmm.
Anastasia.
If you could start a collection of one kind of an item, what would it be? Bags? Well, we already did that.
Pogs.
Pogs. Oh my god, Pogs.
Zip Zap cars.
Oh, there you go. That'd be fun. What collection would I? I don't know. It was actually kind of hard. You gotta speak into the microphone, dear.
No, I'm trying to.
Yeah. About the training I just went to.
What?
I think he's just joking.
Oh, Russian. You said
What's
Russian.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was lost. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Wants to know Russian.
I do. I think it'd be interesting.
Spy.
A spy.
I'm telling Sputnik.
Sputnik, the satellite the Russians blasted
yeah.
into space.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell
calling,
hit.
I'm calling Sputnik.
All right, you weirdo.
Calling them right now.
Collection. What would I like to collect?
I'm gonna collect sex toys. So
Sex toys.
what's his name hates me. Governor of Texas, Abbott. So Gregory Abbott
Oh yeah.
hates me more. I'm gonna throw cocks out my window at the police when they show up.
It's an expensive thing to do.
Take this, motherfucker! Just dicks.
I think I would collect little figures. You know those little figures, like you see people play like tabletop games.
And they paint them.
They paint them.
Uh-huh.
I would collect those, not to use them, but I think it'd be cool to collect those and just
to has them.
have them. Yeah, what I would do.
Little glass cat figurine.
No. If someone wrote a biography about you,
I already have it.
what do you think the title should be?
I already have it.
What is it?
I've already told you this. I'm gonna write a book one day, and it's gonna be called "Why I Can't Eat Peanut Butter."
No, it's if someone wrote a biography about you.
Well, if somebody wrote about me or I wrote it myself, they'd have to come ask me questions. It'd be about my life. Called "Why I Can't Eat Peanut Butter."
I don't know. I didn't think ammunition getting more expensive. Yeah, it's getting crazy. Ammunition's getting pretty expensive now. Yeah.
Well,
of
because
annoying.
people were like fucking. It was in high demand, and people were
Yeah.
hoarding it
Yeah.
for the end of time. But yeah, mine would be why I can't eat peanut butter. I used to be able to eat peanut butter, and I didn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
But due to psychological issues, now I can't eat it. What about you?
What would my biography be? What do I think somebody would name a book about me?
It would just be all variations of your first name. That would be fun.
I don't know. Probably like I'm talking about because of the dildos. I'm way behind the stream. I think.
Oh, okay. Yep. Because ammunition's so expensive. Now we gotta throw cocks at our enemies.
Oh. Yeah.
Yep.
There it is.
Yep. Throw the cocks.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine being like in war and you're like shooting at them and all of a sudden you get hit in the face with a big dildo?
I'm just thinking
You're
about
like, what the?
them arresting me, and then the police being like, "She assaulted us," and then being like, "With what?" And they're like, "We don't want to talk about it." And they're like, "No, but like, what happened?"
With
They were
this,
like,
and it's like,
"There's just like some fucking guy crying in a corner, going, there are dicks everywhere." 10 out of 10.
What's the meaning of life? What? There is no meaning unless you make it. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of
it's just
here.
meaning of life. Just asserts dominance, right? Throwing dicks. You could trade lives with anyone for a day. Would it be in?
I don't know if I'd do that. I don't think I'd ever want to trade lives with anybody
I
else.
don't think so. People, no, I'm more fun than most. Okay, can we talk about my thing that I'm still really fucking upset
Okay.
about?
Let's do it.
So he doesn't have an Instagram anymore. So I can't really show you anything on Instagram currently. But if you know Kat Von D, and everybody knows who Kat Von D is, she's married to a musician named Prayer. And Prayer and Kat Von D themselves are both Latin Americans, Hispanic. I forget what she likes to be referred to as, but they're both Hispanic. And so they found this guy named Iron Jacket. That was his Native American name, but Hispanic people are also considered Native American because they are native to this country, just like the Native Americans were. Indigenous people. They're all indigenous. So they found him online, and he basically was preaching this amazing educational information. And it was like, sorry, I'm taking a screenshot of his picture so we can throw it up here. Somebody is sharing this information as well. Don't post this one yet. I want to show what he looked like when he was parading himself as a indigenous Native American person, which is fucking crazy. So he would preach like these breakdowns of Native American language in when it came to Aztec or Hispanic people into now. And it was like one of the first videos I think I ever saw was him explaining what Cholo, like how Cholo went from what it is now to what it was original term was. And it was so cool. And he made Native American jewelry, and he lived off grid, and it was so fucking cool. And I was like, damn, this guy, like, I just love being educated. That's it, plain and simple. Like, that's my shit. Well, he got hurt. And he got hurt. Sorry, I'm throwing pictures on this Discord while I'm talking. He got hurt really bad on his property and cut his leg off, basically, and was in the hospital and basically gave like this whole sob story about how they needed to go fund me because they couldn't afford his bills and yada, yada, yada. And I was sitting here like, whoa, fuck Kat Von D and Prayer, her husband, because here this guy is that they used to make music with, because they had reached out to this Iron Jacket guy and was like, hey, we want you to help us promote our music, da 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 da. and they used his picture on like album cover and shit. And I was like, that's so disrespectful to take this guy that didn't have like that big of a following and use him to promote your music. But they weren't saying shit about him getting hurt. And I was like, you're not going to help him when he doesn't have health insurance and shit? Turns the fuck out, fam. This dude, will you pull up the first picture I sent? This dude who sported around wearing this shit. Not that one, the other one. Yeah. This is how he looked in all album art to people. Is a Native American, Hispanic Native American. This is what he wore. This is actually who he is. Come to find out. He's a white dude from He's a fucking white guy from Florida. And I'm just like, he appropriated so much and put himself out there as a fucking Native American and was like saying he had these origins and that he was a mystical person. And then he had like women coming out to like his property in the middle of the desert and for sex, saying that they would be spiritually enlightened because he's a wise man. Very culty. And it got so fucking crazy that he had to delete all of his social medias because everybody fucking found out. And I'm so fucking angry that I got taken for by this piece of shit. Look at that ugly motherfucker. Fuck him. So yeah, that's the story of Iron Jacket or Tiponi? What did he go by? I don't know. But his name is...
It doesn't matter because it does not...
His name is Owen Thomas Phillips.
Owen? I thought Bob was a white name.
And I wish I could find more of the posts where they like showed pictures of like his family, but like his family has nothing to do with this. This is just, he's a piece of shit. And fuck him.
Yeah.
God, I can't fucking trust anybody.
Shame, isn't it?
Just nobody. Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, I hate that stuff too because it's like there are people out there that are genuine, that are doing like the right thing and the good thing.
Yeah.
A good thing and the right thing, and they're not getting that much attention. Then you got douchers like him.
It's like he reinvented himself so his past wouldn't follow him. And it's like, that's not, pretending you're another race is not going to help that.
That's like the exact opposite of what's going to happen.
Do you remember that white girl that pretended to be black to get into college? It was like a white woman. I think she was like on Dr. Phil one time.
How do you pretend to be another color?
So she like got her hair fucking permed and shit like that and started getting like spray tans and shit and said that her parents were black. And then they like backsourced it. Her parents are white. Like her parents came forward. Like she was teaching at a college later, I think. Like this lady. I can't remember what her name was. It was like a big fucking deal a couple years ago. But like, why? Listen, I'm a fucking white girl. For all intents and purposes, my mom did her DNA test. I won't submit my DNA because my fucking crazy, and I don't need them coming to tell me that he killed somebody later. So, for all intents and purposes, I'm just a very, 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 very white person.
You are.
You too. We're just very white.
That's okay.
It doesn't mean that we don't have heritage. Like, I feel like people forget that like white people also do have heritage that you can use and that it's interesting.
Yeah.
But to pretend that you're a Native American and that all these people have come against you and that you've been struggling with, you know, the colonizers and fuck the colonizers and shit like that, which like I wholeheartedly get. I understand it. But you're a white dude.
Yeah, that's such a dumb thing to do.
You are what you're saying that you've been appropriated against, and he wasn't appropriated against. Might have been appropriated against because he was a fucking criminal and a piece of shit person.
I want to submit my DNA and then like get the results on stream.
You can do that. I'm not doing it.
That'd be kind of interesting. I mean, I know it's gonna say German and Amish. I know Amish is not
Dutch.
And it's Dutch, yeah.
Might come back Dutch.
But I think it'd still be kind of fun.
My mom came back as 1%.
Less
the
than
time.
1% Asian.
Oh, Amy. But I don't know, because if my dad wasn't my dad,
Yeah.
you never know what I might be.
Yeah.
Besides crazy.
Besides crazy. We don't need a test for that. We are
I took
already
a DNA
aware.
test. Turns out I'm 100% a lunatic.
Yep.
There was another thing, because we're talking about. I was going to talk about the DNA and how like now they're using the DNA test people are taking now to figure out cold cases.
It's just like cold case files.
And it's so cool. Like I love that for everybody, but also I just don't want involved. Like I would love for cold cases to be solved because I love that shit. But also I don't trust anybody in my fucking family whatsoever to submit my DNA. They're all fucking crazy. But then that was gonna get me on topic of the case that you and I were freaking out about the other day. The one that you listened to the end of it, where the guys came to the house and shot that guy in the head.
Oh, those bunch of jerk offs. Just another 2 jerk offs being jerk offs.
I can't remember the name, but this guy had a house, and him and his girlfriend lived in it.
Okay.
And then they had one roommate and then another roommate, and they kicked out the male roommate for some reason. They didn't I think they might have went into it a little bit, but whatever. So the male roommate was pissed and was like, "I'm gonna get revenge," and so he came back with his fucking dad. Started trying to beat down the door, and the guy's holding the door shut to his house, and they shot him in the face. And then they got the door open and shot him in the head because they wanted to make sure he was dead. Well, then they didn't want there to be any witnesses to what they did, so they shot the fucking girlfriend. Stole a bunch of guns, stole a bunch of like TVs and like equipment and shit, and then bolted. Well, next morning was Christmas. The guy who got shot, his dad called and was like, "Hey, can you do a welfare check? I haven't heard from my kid, blah, blah, blah." They pull up and they just find blood everywhere, and his girlfriend dead on the couch, but he is in bed. The guy who got shot in the face. Here he had such a bad brain injury that he walked upstairs and crawled in bed because he didn't know what was going on. The police arrested him for killing his girlfriend, took him to the police station while he has 2 holes, like one here and one here, and a big black eye, to the police station to start questioning him, like interrogating him for hours. And then they realized that like there's something wrong with this kid. He's not making sense. He's not talking
After
right.
hours of interrogating him.
And
Completely
finally,
disregarding the 2 holes in his face, I guess.
Yeah. And then because like his brain wasn't like sticking out the back of his head or anything. He had like 2 holes around his nose, and then his eye was like really black and blue, like swollen up. So they thought that he had gotten beaten up or something. But just the way he was talking, it didn't make sense. He was like saying that he didn't remember graduating high school. He only went to 8th grade. He was attacked with a bow and arrow. It was crazy shit. Took him to the hospital. Turns out he has 2 fucking bullets in his head. The damage was so severe, he lost half of his brain and I think his eye or both his eyes. They figured out who did it. The kid who shot him, the old roommate, he got sentenced to like life in prison. But the dad, he was being sentenced. They were taking him to court because he had admitted to his wife about it. And then the wife put in spousal rights and was like, "I'm not going to testify against my husband. Fuck you." And so he got off on all fucking charges because that's the only thing that could prove that he was fucking there. Nobody else would say he was there. Then that kid that got shot in the fucking face ended up with epilepsy from losing part of his brain. And then he died from a seizure at 28. What the fuck? Could you imagine? Can you imagine his poor fucking parents?
Yeah, I know, right? That's terrible. I mean, all over being kicked out of a house.
That whole fucking case, everybody fucked up. Like, just everybody in all spectrums of that fucked up, except for him. He didn't fuck up. He was just living his life. Everybody fucked up. It was wild.
I wonder why. What makes people do those things? You always see the videos of like people killing each other over like that. I think probably the infamous snow video, the snow pile or whatever.
When
video.
neighbors were shoveling snow and the neighbor killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't Google it. Don't try to find that video. Accidentally watch that video.
Over such like menial things. I get being upset. You're allowed to be upset about it. But to go to the extent of killing somebody else. And what pisses me off the most is that all of these cases where like somebody goes and does some really dumb shit, like kills somebody over getting kicked out of a house or, snow.
Removal.
After they do it, they always kill themselves.
Like
And
regret. Like they
they
why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah, exactly. You didn't have the like. I get you're angry, and you get angry and you do things that you wouldn't necessarily do whenever you're not angry. But to that extent,
I've done some like weird shit when I've been pissed off, but never like that. And I'm mentally ill. Like keep in mind,
mentally ill, dog.
The illest.
The
like,
illest.
There are people that have like suicidal tendencies, and like I've said that like I have that. Where it's like I think about it like a lot, but I would never do it because I have a rational part of my brain that's like, this is your mental illness talking. Like you don't like you're just being stupid. Your brain's just not hardwired right. But I could never, even with as crazy as I feel sometimes, I would never harm anybody unless I was being harmed.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're defending yourself, that's different.
But no, it's just wild to me. It's over the dumbest shit. It's always over the dumbest fucking shit. It's like your wife wanted to leave you. Okay, and?
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't want to be with you. You want to force her to be with you? For why? Like, is it that fucking serious? Can you guys not, like, fucking talk this shit out? So you guys are gonna, like, kill each other? Wild. That happened out here.
What do you mean?
The lady went to leave her husband out here. And, he shot her and shot himself while their 2 kids were in the house. Yep. And the neighbors had to call, and then the kids were in the house with them. Fuck that.
Damn.
Fuck that. Wild. I won't kill you.
Thank you.
It now.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
So if this ever comes back into play.
She just winked. She's like, I won't kill you, huh?
I wouldn't kill you. I might have killed my dad, but
you might have.
I might have.
Like you're saying, you might have done it, or you might if you had the chance later.
No, okay. If I would have had the chance and he wasn't dead now, I probably would have. Just because he like did weird shit and like pull up with like guns.
I thought you just admitted to a crime, dear. I was like, come on. Of all times and places, this is it.
No. Welcome to the Dead Dads Club. I'm your host, April, and my dad was crazy.
He was.
I'm crazy, but like.
No, he was.
I've had help. He was
crazy.
Clinically insane.
Yeah. Something wrong with him.
Like stalkerish. So yeah, it's probably the only person I probably would have ever wholeheartedly killed. Listen, I'm still crying over putting our dog to sleep.
That was awful. I don't want to talk about it right now.
That's like the only animal I've ever killed. I feel so terrible about it still.
Wah, wah.
Big sads.
Big sads.
Big sads. But you remember the cat we saw the other day? Named Roller Boy?
Mm-hmm.
We passed on a cat named Roller Boy. I wouldn't have been able to have 4 cats at the Petco and just take one cat.
No, I couldn't just take one cat.
But the one cat's name was Roller Boy. We should have fucking loved that cat.
No.
I'm not getting a cat right now.
We can't get a cat right now. Right now. Maybe like in a year we can get a cat. Yeah.
Cats are easy though. I can justify a cat. I keep touching this part of my head. There's nothing wrong with me. There's like a tight spot in this ponytail, so I never wear ponytails. I'm trying to figure out where the pressure is.
I get that same feeling too. Yeah.
Ponytail. This bitch.
Pretty long.
Long and girthy. Hello.
Hi, Darwin.
Hi, Derp. Fuck.
Come up here and say hi.
Come on. We had a poop
hi,
face.
everybody.
He was mad at us because we went to the city without him.
Ow, you're pulling on my skin with your paws. That really hurts.
I think the only thing mildly good that has come out of the death of our dog is our other elderly dog, Nellie. She has been very active recently. Like since, like when some old women, their husbands die, and then all of a sudden they like get a new personality and they join the Silver Sneakers and they're like, I'm gonna get fit. that's her now. Like, her person to sit at home and like cuddle with was Prudence, and
Mhm.
now she doesn't have that like emotional support. So now all she wants to do is fucking go for walks and like fucking party. Like, she's wound, like ready to fucking go. And if I don't walk her in the morning, she's pissed. The other day she tried to bolt out of the house on us because I didn't take her
Yeah,
for a
then
walk.
she wouldn't stop walking. She kept walking
We're
down
like-
the sidewalk like, all right, I'm going to go.
We're like,
See you
hey,
later.
and she's like, no fucks.
Yeah, she stopped one time and looked at us and then like kept walking.
I'm like walking out after her because she does not run.
No,
She's so slow.
not a runner.
And she was just like, fuck you. And then that, like, an hour later, Darwin got in the trash can because he was mad we didn't take him for a walk. We were going, like, grocery shopping or something. It wasn't even anything. We weren't being hateful. I was going to walk him after. Motherfuckers. The barbecue we had today, guys.
Let me tell you about this barbecue. It was delicious.
We still have leftovers. And
It was very good.
I'm going to make us... They gave us bread. They give you, like, a side of, like, bread and pickles. I have 2 slices of this delicious soft-ass bread left.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it in the toaster tomorrow.
Yeah, girl.
And then I'm going to put avocado on it
All right.
with everything bagel seasoning. And then I'm going to fry 2 eggs, throw them on top. And then I'm going to shred the leftover brisket we have and put it on top of the eggs.
Yeah. Oh my god, dear. That sounds so fucking good.
I'm so
I
excited.
want it now. I want it right now.
But I'm so excited for it. I love cooking.
I love whenever you cook.
And I kept my giant beef bone rib and the bones from our daughter's food that she didn't eat. I'm going to keep those bones and I'm going to make a nice stock.
And this is
Bone
why
broth.
we have to work out.
We just like food.
Because if not,
Sorry.
we will not be in very good shape.
No. What do we have today? I had French toast. You had the
The jalapeno, corn pancake
cornbread cakes. Cornbread
Yeah.
pancake cake with eggs,
with eggs and like
shredded chicken. It was
yeah.
like taco chicken
Yeah, it was like a taco thing.
and avocado and
Very
sour
very
cream.
good. Yep.
And then we had our fancy sodas. Losing his mind over
He
here.
is losing his mind over
And then we went and got barbecue.
there.
And I got the beef and brisket. Beef ribs and brisket. And
I got the brisket and sausage.
then we went to get donuts at a nice donut place that we really like.
Can I help you? What's your problem?
I think
Dude,
If
yeah,
we
your
can
breath
get our-
stinks.
we can get our kids out of here for like a week before we move. I think we're going to go on like a date. And we're going to do the food date, which is our
date?
favorite, which is where the first place you stop at. I'm in the Krispy Kreme drive-thru right now. Hell yeah, pick me up a cream-filled donut.
Yeah, ship it to us.
Cream-filled donuts from Krispy Kreme are like bomb.
It's been a long time since I've had a Krispy Kreme donut. I'm not gonna lie. It's been since.
They used to sell them at the gas station near our house when we were kids growing up. 'Cause I used to buy them. Remember they had a Krispy Kreme donut thing at the Sheets.
It's been like years actually. Now that I think about it.
And then we got fresh ones from the Krispy Kreme place in Pittsburgh before.
I wasn't there.
No, we went with my aunt once. You came with. We got fresh.
Oh, well,
donuts
that was like.
years ago.
Yeah,
But the
Jesus
fresh
Christ,
ones
dear.
taste better.
Of course they do.
Um,
It's been I want to say at least 5 years since I've had a Krispy Kreme donut.
but I think I bought cream-filled donuts, Krispy Kreme donuts, like from a gas station, and that's how I told people I was pregnant with Dean.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I gave them to people that I worked
you
out
did.
with, and I was like, "Eat up, because I can't be the only one getting fat the next 9 months." And they're like,
What?
"What the fuck?" And I was
Why
like,
would you give us donuts after working out?
"Yeah," and I gave them cream-filled donuts because I thought it was funny.
Ah.
But no. Anyways, this date idea. Hear me out. First stop, we're gonna get drinks. I don't drink alcohol, so anything like a fancy drink will do. So we have to find a place to get a fancy drink.
I drink though, so I will be having the alcoholic beverages.
Stop number 2, which has to
both
be
of
a
us.
different restaurant. We are gonna go get an appetizer. We're gonna have an
Mhm.
appetizer somewhere. You mind? You can do this all in a drive-through as well. We've talked about doing this through a drive-through, but we like fun restaurants.
Yeah.
Next stop is gonna be dinner, so we'll get our dinner at the next place, and then after that, we're gonna go get dessert at a different place,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe a coffee at a different place. But we'll see. But yes, that is the plan, and hopefully we'll remember to at least film parts of it and tell everybody where we went
Yeah.
and how good the food is.
I think it'd be kind of fun to talk about like different types of food that we eat and. Yes. Food is delicious.
I won't ever show up to your party. Like if you're like, hey, come hang out, we're drinking, I won't show up. You tell me there's free food. Bet. Fucking be there. I love food. Fuck.
You were just twitching up a
I
storm over
don't
there.
know. I
Why
told
don't
you,
calm
it's
yourself
been getting...
down. It's only 9:41.
I know, that's why I checked the time. It's getting like bad. I'm really trying not to. Shout out to my doctor for not letting me get Botox.
Y'all think this car in front of me with Jesus stickers covering the entire car is going to pay for my food?
Fingers crossed.
Better pray he does, because that'd be cool.
Pretend you're poor.
That happened to me one time. Remember that? Whenever we got back here? Yeah, I went through the drive-thru and the lady in front of me paid for my food.
You pay for the person behind you.
No.
That's what you're supposed to do.
What's the point of that?
It's so you're passing on the niceness.
There's a minivan behind me. I cannot afford that.
Do you remember the time we were dressed nice and I was pregnant and you had nice like a nice suit on or something? We were walking down the street in the city and a homeless guy came up and handed me a flower.
I do remember that.
And he told me how beautiful I was and that I was as beautiful as this rose. And he's like, you can have it. And I was like, oh, thanks. He's like, all I ask for is a donation. And I was like,
sorry, I don't have any cash.
bro, I'm fucking poor. Like, my husband and I are dressed nice because he's going to job interview. And their order is 2046. That would be right with the van.
I know, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Adam.
But I felt so bad for that homeless guy because I was like, we literally had just gotten like something to eat. Like we had allotted out a little bit of money for us to go get something to eat after like your interview. And then we had to drive like 45 minutes to an hour back to our hometown. And like we were cutting it close when it came to like expensive. And I felt so fucking guilty. But I was like, bro, listen, I look good, but I'm still poor. We had money. I still tell people I'm poor. I would donate. Yeah. I would donate money though.
Yeah, if I ever became like rich, definitely would donate money.
For sure.
St. Jude's. Either St. Jude's or the Guardian Group or the
Woohoo. Oh, Jackson. I was like, who's woohooing?
Oh, Jackson. What's up, man?
Hey. What's up, bro?
Welcome to La Podcast.
The podcast where I am.
It's the podcast in Spanish.
Twitching my face off today.
Twitching on Twitch.
I think.
Perfect.
I think it's just because I'm tired because we were out all day. Am I late? When did you start? We started at 8:30. We started at 8:30.
An hour and 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Why are you late? I'm disappointed. Just kidding. I'm not disappointed.
Nah.
Oh, my children.
Yeah, you missed all of our questions that we had for we had a random question generator that we went through. Forgot it was Saturday. Yeah.
Did like some fun questions. I bitched about this guy named Iron Jacket who's a fucking doo-doo-headed cunt.
Goodness.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
Hard.
Hmm.
Said it. Anyways. Ooh, the other big thing that I want to talk about was the whole like fucking bitch about something every week. I feel like that's like a good thing.
Every day.
See, I have a way of bitching that makes it like really funny. It's like I bitch, but it's like also bitching in like comedic value. The other thing that I was really upset about that I was talking to you about earlier on the couch is about fucking Hawaii.
Hawaii. Oh yeah, this is kind of crazy.
This is wild to me. So, I went to Hawaii. My girlfriend was there. She lived there for a while. And I went out there and visited with my kids, stayed. And the one thing that it was a good time.
I've never been
hear
there
me
either.
out.
So, we're in the same boat
The
here.
one thing I am eternally grateful for is when my girlfriend was there. She's Filipino. So the Philippines, she was actually born in the Philippines. Philippines and Hawaii are very close to each other. So it was very much, she was in her element. She didn't really take me to do touristy things. She took me to things that were local that locals did and food, small street vendors and stuff like that. And opened my eyes to like a big part of Hawaii that like I didn't fucking know about. And like Hawaii isn't just like, you shouldn't look at Hawaii as a place to like go to like retreat from something, because there's people that live there that are impoverished, and it's nothing to do with them. It's wholeheartedly to do with the US government and the people that are representing Hawaii at this point. So much of Hawaii, because Hawaii is a blip on the map, guys. It's so fucking tiny. There isn't enough space for everybody. And locals who have lived there their whole lives have lost their property because they have like hiked up like property taxes, and they have been commercializing it so much. They just built a fucking water park in Hawaii. A fucking water park in Hawaii.
I want to say something about that real quick.
What the fuck?
Fuck you, whoever did that.
Where
You're in
would-
Hawaii. Go to the ocean. It's surrounded by water. What do you want to do? Go to a water park in Hawaii for? You know
Exactly.
how retarded that sounds?
There's cliff jumping. There isn't enough space in Hawaii for a water park.
No,
like,
but that's no. So the issue I have with it is like the logic behind it. Maybe not logic. Maybe the logic isn't the right way. But like Hawaii, that's what you go to the ocean. Hawaii's just like it's surrounded by ocean, and it's not big. You go to the ocean. The water's there. You don't build a water park. Yeah.
Which is like, if you guys understood how
You don't fucking build a water
small
park there.
Hawaii is. I drove around the whole island of Hawaii with my girlfriend in like, I think it was like 2, maybe 3 hours. The whole perimeter. That's outrageous.
Yeah.
That's insane. There are states you can't do that. You can't drive from one end of the state to the next in like 2 to 3 hours. It takes forever. Hawaii is so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that we saw while we were driving was we went from a very commercialized area where it's like a ton of hotels to where it's
Rhode Island. There you go. There's one. All right, we got one state out of the 50.
where it's
One other one.
natives who have lived there their whole life, their whole families. They've never left the island in their whole life, and they have signs up telling them not to commercialize their property. Like, we don't want to sell our land. You can't take our land, and they're begging them to stop encroaching on their property. So I found this video of this girl who is Hawaiian, and
Vermont, New Hampshire.
her grandmother bought the plot of land, or like the house that they own, in 1955, she said, and her grandmother spent $25,000 on the property. Okay, the average income for a year for a household in 1955 or whatever in Hawaii was $25,000. Can you hear me out?
So the 13 colonies, pretty much, you can't. Everything else you can't.
$25,000 was like the average home income at that point. In 2021, the average home income in Hawaii is $35,000. So from 1955 to 2021, it has only gone up $10,000, which is on an average scale. It's on an average scale. Hear me out before I lose my train of thought. That's on an average scale. The girl looked up how much her home is worth, like the property that they live on. And according to like online, like Zillow and shit like that, they're saying her property is worth $1.8 million. Now, y'all might be like, well, just sell it. That's what they want them to fucking do. They want them to sell their property so other people can go buy it. But this is the downside of it, is like, we have 2 children. Let's say we live in Hawaii and, you know, we're native to Hawaii, and our children want to go out and buy a home. The homes now cost $1 million to live there, because so many people are coming to Hawaii and they're like, it's so fun, so much fun in the sun. Look at all this cool beach time we have. No, it's $1 million fucking to own a house if you live there. That's fucking insane. And then Jeff Bezos, or whatever the fuck, who?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. There we go. The other
The
cunt.
Zuck.
The other cunt. 600 acres of Hawaii.
That's
Of
crazy.
Hawaii.
That's crazy.
That's a blip. He fucking took from people that have lived there and owned those properties their whole fucking lives. Like, that's their family's land. He just fucking bought it up, and he's like, it's mine now. Like, what the fuck are you going to do with that?
Oh, man, get zucked, Hawaii.
Go buy part of fucking Texas.
All right,
Texas
well,
is ginormous. You can take a giant cut of it and name it, I don't know, Zuckerland.
Zuckerland.
Like, what the fuck? It's outrageous.
Zuck Shack.
And then they upped, what was it? I'm passionate about people getting shit taken away from them. Like coming from like a hardworking family. I had a single mother for the longest time and she took care of me. And just like imagine not having anywhere to go and the nearest home to you is $1 million fucking dollars. How are they able to live? People can't fucking live out there when they're only making $35,000 in a home income at average, and homes are $1 million. Mother is not single. Been around. Anyways, it's impossible to sustain an economy for the people that have lived there their whole lives when they're only making about $35,000 a household and everything else is $1 million.
Yeah.
And now there's like TikTok trends are like, I'm moving to Hawaii with nothing and no money in my bank account. I'm just going to be homeless on the beach. There are programs where they send homeless people from the United States to Hawaii and drop them off there. One-way tickets. I have found this out. They drop them off there because the weather is typically smooth sailing. It's always the same climate. It never changes. There's no cold. It doesn't get outrageously hot where you're going to fucking die. And being homeless, they said, isn't so bad if it's in a nice area. So coming from people that live in the United States and deal with being homeless, they're like, Hawaii will be fun. No, there's actual people that work that live in camps by the ocean because they can't fucking afford a home to take their kids to. Outrageous.
No, like it's terrible, but how do you fix it? How do you fix something like that? You can't just...
I don't know how to fix it because I don't have that brain capacity to fix it. It's just it's not, none of that is fucking fair.
No, you're right.
None of that.
Like especially like if like the example you gave, if you're living in build more land. God damn it, Jackson, you are a fucking genius. Somebody get this man to the president so he can tell him this.
Well, it's like they arrested like the high priestess and stuff like that like
high priestesses. If your title is high priestess, you should be arrested.
Don't take me for being ignorant or whatever. Well, I am ignorant. I'm not being an asshole. But they took their like spiritual leaders because they were protesting them putting a giant fucking telescope on one of their like religious like mountains, like something that had to do with their culture.
Yeah.
And people were just sitting there. They're like, you're not going to build here. And they fucking arrested people for peacefully protesting on their land that they rightfully own that was stolen from them. It's kind of like when the oil people came through and were like, we're going to run this oil line through your reservation. Everybody was like, no, it's going to get fucked up. And they're like, no, it's not going to get fucked up. Guess what? It got fucked up. I don't know.
Capitalism doesn't care who you are. Yes, it's very true. Capitalism, that's the kind of the downside to capitalism, is that I like the
yeah, they got it delayed, but
that's like one of the far like leaning sides of capitalism is that capitalism can be great. It really truly can. I mean, it's helped out a lot of people. I think I need to set a reminder on my phone for Saturdays because I can't miss it. But no, capitalism can be great. It's helped out a lot of people. I mean, for most people in America that are living, pretty well. I mean, there's obviously people who are not. However, whether or not that's on their own bad decision making is a different story. But yes, though, like the corporatism, it's like leaning one way of capitalism is like the issue. Where I'm the more and more I get older, like corporations are great, but like this reason right here where corporations don't look at the people, they look at the bottom line. And they do look at I'm sure they look at people as well. However, it's a bottom line thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a bottom line thing. And this like it's affecting Hawaii. Like it's corporatism. I wouldn't say it's capitalism. Capitalism is part of it, but it's the corporatism that is fucking it over.
And then I told you they raised their hotel taxes now. Mm-hmm. Like they have hotel tax in Hawaii. Also, keep in mind, you can't rent like cars in Hawaii. And there's like people are like, well, just go to Lowe's and rent one of their $20 trucks. So people are fucking doing that. It's wild. You can't have a ton of vehicles like in Hawaii because there's not enough fucking space for them. So anyways, getting off the topic of the vehicles, there was a 15% tax on hotels. Like if you got a hotel room, you were charged 15% tax on that. Keep in mind, just like for like, what is it? What do we get taxed on? Like not food. It's not food. It's like luxuries.
Yeah.
You get 6%.
Oh.
Vehicles.
Vehicles.
Your vehicle.
What?
Car. What else am I supposed to call it?
No, he's saying because you are enunciating.
Oh, vehicle.
Vehicle. How would you? Is it?
Somebody said I say pot funny.
Pot.
Pot. Like I got pot.
Oh, you like
I smoke pot.
I think it's the O. You drag the O a little bit.
I don't know.
Pot.
So back to this. 15% sales tax goes into the hotels in Hawaii. Every hotel in Hawaii pays 15%. Now they're hiking it up 3 more percent. So it's 18% in sales taxes. That's not even the 48-hour U-Haul should be top rental service. But like,
no, right?
That's like a whole other story.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
So 18% sales tax you have to pay regardless. So like, let's imagine you can't afford to keep your house anymore. The electricity got shut off because everything in Hawaii is spiked out the ass.
Mm-hmm.
And now the other thing that's happening is they are making people that are native there, that live there full time,
mm-hmm.
conserve their energy and their water. So the tourists can use that electricity and that water. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
That's fucking wild to me. But so now let's say let's just hypothetically say you don't lose your land, you don't lose your house, your electricity and your water got cut off so the beautiful tourists can come in here and fucking use it. Now you have to go stay at one of those fucking hotels, and you being native that live there have to pay an 18% tax on a fucking hotel.
Yeah.
Outrageous. That's crazy to me. You know, I just remember when we said there's we look up funny things to laugh at me about because we say that I'm autistic.
Yeah, 18%. That's fucking crazy.
We make lighthearted jokes about me being autistic, but chances are I'm on the scale.
We'll talk about
high
that.
functioning.
We'll get on to that topic. I might have talked about it before, but we'll get back onto that. But yeah, let's finish this first.
He said something. He's like, I read the other day.
No, we'll get to that.
Okay.
I want you to finish your thought.
But no, like the 18% sales tax, that's outrageous. And I feel bad. I feel bad for the people there, and like I get why they get upset over, people coming there and like using them just to, like monkey dance. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, I'm going to go to Hawaii. I'm going to see hula dancers. And it's like, you're not going there to be educated about their culture. There we go. You don't want the people that are going there aren't like, oh, I want to be educated about their culture. They're not going to the Hawaiian Cultural Center. They're fucking going to like a luau, and they're like making people dance for them. And it's like, this is how people are making their living there, is like that way. And that's not fair, is because nobody's caring that their culture is being literally fucking stomped on.
Yeah.
Nobody cares that their land is literally being taken from them. Nobody cares that even if they're making a livable wage of $35,000 a year at the least,
mm-hmm.
that they can't afford to own a home. Insane. Fucking insane. Okay.
Yeah.
So, educate people on this. Just talk about it. Talk about it to your friends. Post about it. Get people hyped up about this fucking shit, because that's that's crazy. Fucking crazy.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a corporatism thing, in my opinion. Obviously, I'm sure there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes about all of this than I'm aware of. You should be a motivational speaker.
Nope. I'd get burnt out.
Yeah.
I do this on my Instagram, where like I talk about like topics that are going on, and like I break it down and like educate people on it. Some people like it. Some people say I'm an asshole. One time I said I hated all men on there, and I got DMs from guys who was like, oh, I don't follow you anymore because you hate me.
Basket of goods goes up every year. It's insane. Yeah.
It shouldn't be hard to like live.
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. And
inflation is getting crazy too, and on top of all of that, we have inflation now.
It's wild. It's just wild in the grand scheme of things. Just like Hawaii didn't ask to be part of the United States. And
Well,
I know
if-
you've said somebody
yeah.
would have taken it regardless.
Somebody would have.
What-
It's either China
whatever.
or Russia would have taken if we
Um,
didn't.
They never asked to be part of this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just wanted to be what they were doing. They were just
Yeah.
living their lives away from everything. And
Yeah.
that was it.
Well, the tourism
same-
helps them out a lot. It's not. We
It
shouldn't
does
get rid of
help
tourism.
them, but in the masses that they're coming, they can't
Uh,
sustain that.
Oh, there needs to be a balance between tourism and like living there. You know, people that live there.
There should
Finding
be
that balance is can be difficult.
above average wage, live comfortably.
Yeah,
Ditto.
that's some. Well,
We live comfortably, but because
I don't know. Compared to where we were
save.
before,
Yes,
I'm pretty happy with where we're at now.
we've struggled before. We're comfortable now, but I mean, it's still not. The amount of work you do is not what you're worth being paid. And
No,
if I
God,
put if I put the kids in daycare, if I put the
Yeah.
kids in daycare, we wouldn't be able to do anything.
You would have. I think we figured it out one time where if we had to put the kids in daycare, you would have to make.
I was like, I would have to make like at the least like $15,000 a year because it would be outrageous to put the kids.
15? I mean, that's easy to do.
It's easy, but you have to put into that would just be paying for their daycare.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
not including like car maintenance,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I'm not getting into a house until I'm at least 29. That's what my spreadsheet says. Hell yeah, spreadsheets! I fucking love spreadsheets.
We still don't own a house.
No,
We're putting
yeah.
that off. We're waiting until we have the forever property to do that because
Actually,
that's
I
my
think-
only.
Within the next year or two, we're gonna start looking at. Yep, we'll
I
see.
like
though.
paying off debt. I don't like being in.
I don't like it either.
I hate debt.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Fucking love
Fuck.
spreadsheets.
Sorry.
If I could spreadsheet everything in my life, I would.
One hurt. I like bounced and like my neck like cracked.
We don't own this house, no. We're renting.
Yeah, we rent. We've rented for years.
Mhm.
We're just waiting for the right place and the right time. We almost bought a house a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It was the house we were renting. Was like a back house, like a guest house, and the people that owned the house in front, that owned the whole property, were selling it, and we almost bought it. But YOLO.
Work.
I want property though. That's like our only.
Yeah, they don't
thing.
have very much property.
I want a place where I can have like a compound and like some chickens and bury my family out there when we all get old and die.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, zoning. Zoning for dead bodies.
We don't have to tell them. Do it. It's our fucking land. Fuck what they say. What are they gonna come in my land? I'll shoot them.
Okay, sovereign. Sovereign fucking stater over here. Okay, more light note. Do you want to talk about me being on the spectrum to get a good giggle out
Let
of
me
it?
get something else to drink real quick.
Oh, he wants. Where you go? Oh, you're making. Okay, well, I'm peeing. I have to pee.
Somebody's gotta be here. They're not just gonna stare at the
Drinks
thing.
right there. With that.
I'm not mixing with that. That's good, but it's not that good. She wants me to mix Jack Daniels with unicorn puke. Man said, no, I'm not gonna be that type of guy that sits at the door with my guns, is like, "These goddamn people better not come onto my property." No, I ain't gonna do that. Set up an electric fence. Dean would touch it all the time. I'm sure you did. That's probably why you're on the spectrum now. Shock therapy.
Bring me up some, but there's.
Face.
Oh.
Don't do. Why do you do that?
Oh no. Come here, Derp. Come here. Come here. Right here, Derpy. Derp. He is thick. He's a thick boy. Can I figure it out? Hold on. I think I have a picture of him from the 4th of July. His booty shorts. Fuck, I don't. I don't. I don't. Sorry. No, not a Speedo. He has these like short shorts that kind of look like my running shorts. And him's a thick boy. Him's tall and long. But yeah. Rob took a nap today for like almost 3 hours. Long, you say. I'm 5'4" on a good day, and he's 6'2". I think something like that. So I married a tall guy, so my kids had a fighting chance at being tall because both my parents were like, I think my dad was like 5'6", 5'7". You know, my kids are very tall, so lucky for me. He said you're thick. Kind of thick. Oh, he says he's going to the bathroom. Derpy, will you come here? Up here. Come here. Come here. Good boy, come. Almost up here. You almost did it. Oh, we did it. Round, you're a good boy. All right. Say hi. Hi. My metal chair is terrible today. It hurts my butt. What would you name your boat if you had one? The Wet Dream. He's my co-host today. You can probably get him to jump to the bed. Oh, yeah. Nope. I would get a boat and I would name it the Wet Dream. Oh, he flipped his head again. Oh, derpy. Look at this good boy. This stream just went up. Because of dog content. We love a good doggo content. We saw so many good dogs out today. We were out walking around and eating food. We wish we would have brought him with about it. Next time, Derpy Derp. You want to go eat donuts? Oh, he's going to fight. He wants to fight. Oh, shit. Oh, going to kick you in the dick. That's a play.
You can say something.
Did you forget your soda?
Shit.
Killing me. Get him, Derp. Fuck him up. I can lick my elbow.
What's up, Dickums?
I did it already on stream before.
Did you?
Yeah, I licked my elbow on stream, I think, before. That's like something that everybody like gets excited about.
Because everybody always says it's impossible to lick your own.
And I don't have like a freakishly long like. Oh, and I can crush a watermelon with my legs.
That is more entertaining than.
Yep. Listen.
I married up, as you can tell.
I don't know. I can lick my elbow and I can crush a watermelon with my legs. That's my useless talent. I'm full of useless information as well. Nothing that anybody's gonna care about. I probably would never win Jeopardy with the information I have, but it's enough. It's enough for people to think I'm quirky and fun. That's all that matters. Fucking turns he does on this bed before he lays down. Oh, he just laid down. He's licking my bed. Don't lick my bed. Shit. Licking my bed. I can smell the alcohol. It makes me want to throw up. What did you get the other day? You got some hurricane drink.
Oh, the Hurricane Hell or something like that?
And what did it have in it? Whiskey?
Rum.
Rum.
Really?
I've seen that.
4 times? How much do leopards usually weigh? I can imagine like
A
probably
large
50
dog.
pound, 50 pounds, 60 pounds.
I feel like they weigh like 80. Let's see. What is the average weight for a leopard?
One day,
What?
if a leopard ever takes you, you know that you have to carry at least 200 pounds and he won't take you up the tree.
A male can get up to 68 pounds to 70 pounds. Female, 51 to 60. There you go.
Oh, so about 65 pounds average. That's why I'm obese. For that specific reason there. That's just good planning.
They wouldn't be able to carry me, though.
What?
Because they can carry, what is it? Oh, 4 times. Never mind. They
I
wouldn't
was
be
going
able
to
to
say,
carry
can
me.
definitely carry you.
I thought it said twice, not 4 times.
They can carry me
Listen,
too.
I put 45s on my bar the other day and fucking squat cleaned that shit. So I went to the gym the other day. We haven't been to the gym in a
First
while.
time in the gym for how long?
A year.
A year.
Over like probably a year. We went to the gym twice this week. I mean, we've been working out under the carport.
Yeah, we
but
have our own
nothing.
plates and bars and stuff here at home, but we don't have the like the rigs where you can like set the bars on
They do
and like
back
do
squats
squats
and
and stuff.
bench press.
Yeah.
So we went and did.
So everything we do, it either has to be from the floor or we have to like hold it.
We have to be able to clean it up to our
yeah.
chest, get it overhead to put onto our back.
Yeah.
So we've been doing a lot of garage workouts during the pandemic, but went to the gym, did some pretty good squats. I got what is it, 175. I made my own weights with concrete during COVID.
Hey, whatever you got to do, man.
That's some ethical hacker shit right there.
It.
They did
I love it.
175 for my one back squat.
Yeah, the prices went up.
And that's pretty low on my 1 rep max for back squats because my max was 235, something like that last time I did it. And then we did bench presses the other day. Bench press and cleans and pull-ups and swimmers, I like to call them. Work out their shoulders. It's always weird when I go to the gym.
Why?
People look at me weird.
Because you're weird looking.
No. Usually because they're trying to guess if they can come. Hey, what's up? You need a spotter?
Good girl.
Listen, unless you're planning on giving me forehead kisses while you're spotting me, don't fucking come near me. I was going to give you forehead
She
kisses.
jokes around too much whenever I'm trying to work out. It's annoying.
I just like to have a good time. I like to keep spirits
I don't.
light.
I like to hate my life whenever I work out.
No. I like to hate men while I'm working out. Like, look at that fucking bitch over there. Look at that stupid fucking bitch over there. Like, I try to look as angry as possible.
Yeah.
What was it? I had that one dude fucking stalk me from Instagram to that gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had, there was a supplement place that I was friends with the people that had the supplement where they worked at, and they gave me a t-shirt, and I posted a picture of me in the t-shirt holding my supplements, which they said they would give me, what is it, like, not sponsored, but make me a blah, 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 a thing. Affiliate?
There was a different word for it, but pretty much the same thing.
But yeah, and they would give me a discount on my supplements, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do that. So I took a picture of me with those.
The hell was the name? Not moderator, not.
I can't remember. I don't even
Hold
care.
on, it's like right there. Give me a second. Fuck you, brain. Damn it. Work.
Anyways.
Keep going.
I posted the picture of me like doing like a boomerang, like holding my shit in my like fun shirt, being cute and athletic, and they shared it for that local page, and then a bunch of fucking dudes started sending me friend requests on Instagram and trying to message me, and I was like blocking all that shit left and right. I was like, fuck these guys. And one of the dudes that like hit me up, I looked at his profile, and the first fucking picture I saw was he had 2 fucking pistols tattooed pointing at his dick, and I was like, blocked. And I blocked him, didn't think twice about it. The next week I go into the gym, this dude starts setting up in the rig right next to me. And I just like kind of looked at him, and I like literally moved my shit down one more, and he just like stayed there and like worked out, and it was fucking weird. And then he kept coming back, and the one day he was doing like shit on this like Ninja Warrior rig that we have at that gym, and when he put his arms up, or he took his shirt, he either put his arms up or he took his shirt off. I can't fucking remember. I saw the 2.
He didn't take his shirt off. I can guarantee you that. They don't allow that.
He took the 2 fucking pistols were like tattooed on there, and I was like bolting my ass out of there. I was like, this motherfucker literally stalked all my shit, to find out what gym I go to. Terrifying. 2 pistols. 2 pistols to his penis. Yes! And that's how I will forever remember this guy is dick penis. Or gun penis. Gun dick. It was fucking weird. But I think the people that used to work at the gym like bullied him out of there because they were really good friends with me.
Dick
penis. Dick gun penis is more fitting.
More fitting, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't like going to the gym, and I just try to look as hateful as humanly possible. Try to make noise. What are you looking for?
Name of what they call people.
It was just an affiliate.
It's an affiliate, but there's another word that they use, and I thought it was really strange.
I don't know. I just like having pre-workout that's like cheap. In BCAAs. Is that influencer partner? He's like losing it. With that being said, start taking a collagen supplement. There's powdered collagen that you can get that you can just throw into your coffee. It's like not really that expensive and it'll last you a long time. You can throw that in coffee, teas, you can throw it in like your water, whatever. Start taking collagen right fucking now. Do you know why?
No, seriously, yeah. Take collagen.
As you age, the collagen in your face and in your body starts to deteriorate. So that makes you look old. That's why your cheeks look sunken in. That's why your eyes look sunken in. Everything. That's why you get wrinkly. Start taking collagen so you won't look old. Look at me. Hi, guys. I'm 31. And I shit out 2 massive children.
You're welcome.
My forehead is wrinkly, but that's just hereditary. Is that why Rob is losing his hair? That's because he didn't take collagen.
There it is. See, we just figured it out.
He didn't take collagen. That's the problem.
No, I think mine might be genetics. I'm not sure.
Yours
I haven't figured it out yet.
Here's possibly genetics.
But the thing is that like nobody in my family has it this bad.
Did we not just look up that picture?
He's 50.
I know lots of 50-year-olds that still have hair, so all these Instagram were telling the truth.
I know, right? If only. Could you imagine a world where all of the pyramid schemes were like correct? Like if they were the truth? We live in a whole different world.
There's so much shit like I got into like a mini argument. Not argument. My dad just turned 50. He's got a full head of hair. See? It's genetics. A lot of it's genetics. Like I got a wrinkly forehead and it's genetics. My mom's is like 30,000 times worse than mine. I'm just trying to get Botox. I feel like dying. Telling you the Mormons were right. But no, I know
you should have listened to him, man.
I know so many people that sell like even fitness people. They're like, you have to have this shake and you have to have this supplement. And you have to have this, this, and this to be fit. You don't. At the end of the day, it just comes down to being active and eating clean foods. And people are like, it's so hard to eat clean. Listen,
it's just eating food. That's all.
It's eating fruits, vegetables, simple protein, and having like a treat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta
not like massive amounts of treats.
Still eat some junk food. You know, you're not training for the Olympics here. You're just
no, we're just
life.
normal people. Like I'm not gonna compete in the CrossFit games. I have asthma. Christ.
Asthma.
But I had preached that for so long during the pandemic, like while I was working out before I got depressed and gained a little bit of weight. Is that you don't need a quick fix. A shake is not gonna fix your life. It's not gonna make you skinny. It's not gonna fix anything. You at the end of the day, you got to eat food.
What do you want from me? Yeah.
And that's why I just do that. Like that's your dietary preference. That's fine.
Stop being sad. Damn, Jackson again with the bangers tonight.
Listen, I have been really good for years, and this was like the worst. The worst I'd been in a long time, but it was just the medication I was on, honestly. The medication my doctors put me on for my chronic migraines just like fucked my head up for a bit. But now we're good. We're back. We're Gucci. But I've always like preached to people that it shouldn't be expensive to eat healthy. Like we buy in season bathtub macaroni and cheese. Yes, a lot of my depression was bathtub macaroni and cheese, making a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese, just sitting in the tub crying. It was just me showing people like how to eat healthy and it actually tastes good and be fun and not feel bad about it. That's how you ended up with abs, because I just fed you good food and you didn't even realize that I did anything different.
That shit pisses me off when you do that, by the way.
I'll like cut things out, or like I'll change out foods that we're eating, and then he'll start to lose weight and he won't be bloated. He goes, I look good. I must have done something different. I'm like, no, bitch, I did something different.
Yeah, she's like, I've been feeding you this for the last 6 months. I'm like, you son of a bitch. How dare
Was it
you
one
take
time-
that out of my
I
diet?
had asked him if he wanted to start implementing creatine, because like I like using creatine in small amounts while I'm working out. I mix it with my pre-workout, so it's all together. Ever try migraines? I'm currently on like some triptans and a bunch of other stuff.
Prozac. Migrants? For migrants? Hell
This is why we have to build a wall. Just kidding.
Fuck me.
Anyways, shut up. The medication they currently have me on now, it's so I don't have to take it every day. And downside is I can't take it all the time, and I get migraines quite frequently. But I take my medication. I can't take it all the time, and it will make me sick if I do, and it also makes me very tired. I was approved for Botox, and then my doctor basically was like, go fuck yourself. So
No, it wasn't the doctor this time. We were just trying to make it easier on ourselves, and they're like, no, can't be easy. It has to be inconvenient as
no,
fuck.
they want me to drive like over an hour away to see the doctor about Botox, but then they're also like, well, this is the doctor you're going to see whenever you have really bad migraine. So I would have to drive over an hour away if I have a migraine, and if you're working, I'd have to take myself, and I can't drive
That's
myself.
impossible. Yeah, you can't
because
do that.
sometimes I go fucking
You
blind.
have fucking migraines, yeah. Like, it's not like you have a really bad headache. You have a fucking migraine.
No, like when I say like, it only works for like 3 months anyways. Well, I wanted to get the Botox because a lot of my issue is muscle guarding around like my spine into my head.
Neck, yeah. Neck into the...
And we found that if I work out, sometimes it'll irritate it, sometimes it won't irritate it. And then sometimes it's like I could literally do nothing for like 2 weeks, like not move a fucking finger, and then I can't turn my neck the next day and my jaw's tight and I'm getting a migraine. So it's a lot of like weird shit. So I wanted to get the Botox, and I just can't drive that far to get the fucking Botox. Fuck me. I'll have to wait till we move and get a new doctor because my doctor sucks. So we're just dealing with I take medication only when I get a migraine.
But 3 months of relief would actually be pretty nice.
If I could go 3 months without a migraine, I've never done that.
Mm-mm.
Never.
Nope.
Never in the history of my life. Like, honestly, since I was like 6 or 7, because I remember being in my step-parents' house, and my stepdad's house, and having like a migraine on the couch just screaming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever gone 3 months without it.
Yeah.
We looked into that.
Yeah, we did look into that. We seen that too.
It's a Triptan. The nasal spray is a Triptan, which is like a general broad spectrum. It basically numbs the part of your brain that deals with like the pain of your brain, not like pain through your whole body, but just the pain in your brain. And those are cool, but basically it's like paralyzing that part of your brain, and you can only take it like four in a week, and if you take more than that, you'll overdose.
And all of that's great, but I'm trying to figure out the problem, not mask the symptoms.
And that's easier said than done.
It is a lot easier.
Mom just walked in. Jack, what are you watching? Weird people
Some
on
wholesome-
the internet.
Some wholesome
Wholesome content. Wholesome content.
Yeah.
So we're learning about Hawaii and how to live healthy.
Mm-hmm. And how
And-
Rayville helps against immigrants.
Yes.
I keep reading, like, that's why I was just smiling over here, because I was like, because I had the chats on the side, and I just read, it says I was reading the immigrants thing. It's really funny.
But no, finding out what solve my issue is easier
Yeah.
said than done, because I'm not gonna say normal. On average, a person will have like 1 to 2 different forms of a migraine. Like it could be like just hormonal.
Mhm.
So like whenever like a girl gets her period or something, she'll get it. It could also be something as simple as stress, things
Yeah.
like that, just like a chemical imbalance. Like those are like the two top like ones.
Yeah.
I just so happen to have like about six
Yeah.
different variants of migraines. So sometimes medication works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes things that I do work one time, but then it doesn't work another time. And so that's the hard one. I had mine after a bad head injury as a kid. Lucky for me, I've had multiple injuries. Lucky for me, I've had
Fortunately.
multiple. Yeah, I've been concussed a lot as a child.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help anything. But also my dad's side of the family has really bad migraines, and my mother's side of the family has really bad migraines. So I was a ring dinger for some shitty ass DNA.
Speaking of ring dingers,
Oh God.
and that this hat.
I made that. Shut up.
April made this
I
hat.
made that hat with love in every
a lot of
stitch.
love. Yep.
He asked for the colors.
These are the Rob KO colors, man.
Killing it. It's very warm, by the way.
It gets very warm, like too warm, if you're not cold. But yeah, no, speaking of ring dingers, I'm actually gonna bring.
Oh God, he wants me to go to this chiropractor because that's the other thing. I have a mild case of scoliosis.
Well, this is the
It's
one
a
of her
chiropractor.
one of her types of migraines that she gets is one of her neck gets guarded.
It's like so since I have like, it's not like bad scoliosis where I need surgery. That's why it's mild. My disc will like slightly shift, just so slightly, and it pinches my, what is it called? What are those called things?
Your
It goes to your brain.
nerves.
Yeah, it pinches my nerves and basically like will slow down the supply of fluid to my brain. Friends, don't come to them. But that's like one thing when I was going to my chiropractor, it did great. It was not terrible. It helped a lot.
Are you on the scale there? Did you talk about that yet?
No, I have not
Okay.
talked about it yet.
That-
But no, when I would go,
Well, we think she is at least.
if I would
know
wake
for
up
sure.
with the onset of a migraine and I would go to my chiropractor, he would realign me, set me, and I'd go home, take a quick nap, and I was good. Like, it didn't work every time, but a lot of the times it did.
So this is a ring dinger
I don't ever
in the
want to do this.
chiropractic terms.
I like protect my head at all cost, because I'm so scared of just like anything setting me off, and this scares me. Ugh.
No audio. Why? Well, no audio for them. They can't hear. But that's fine. You don't need to hear it.
No, you don't have to hear
Just
it.
need to see it.
This I
So,
can't.
Real quick. So you see how these little posts right here?
Get some sound on.
I know, right? I'm
We're
trying
trying
to.
to
It's not
figure
working.
it out.
I don't
It's
know
not
why.
working. This is desktop audio.
Properties. Default. Done.
All right, let's see.
Back her up real quick.
And
There it
included in
is.
every single episode of Hardcore Chiropractic is the ring dinger,
So this guy-
the manual spinal decompression.
This guy's actually in Houston. And I've been considering trying to go see him because I want to do this. I
You
wanna
can
get this
go.
done.
I don't want this.
But I
done
think
to
this
me.
will help her, to be honest.
Nope. I want no.
But you okay? Deposit again. You notice that these little poles right
Go
here,
to stop
they have
your
her hips locked in. That way you don't
Which I
move.
Give a traction from the occiput all the way down to the lumbosacral spine region. So we're gonna put this under Emily's occiput and under her mandible. Just breathe through your nose.
Watch this shit.
Don't.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. We should put a decimal meter on that one. That
Shut the
probably
fuck
would've
up.
went
I don't
to
want that.
80.
Look how much fun it's having. I know, right?
I wholeheartedly 110%
Oh, yeah.
don't want any of that shit. Like, it
Yes,
scared me
ma'am.
whenever the chiropractor would like do my
That
neck,
finishes
Yeah.
it off
because
with
he would have to hit so many like different spots because it would be so fucked.
Okay, just keep
He's
your
making up
teeth
words. I thought that
together.
same thing too. I was like, what are you saying?
Then there's
man?
ones there where they have the Y strap.
I was gonna get to that one next. That was gonna be my
yeah.
next.
I don't.
One. That's.
Like, I do like weightlifting. I put weights above my head. I do handstand walks. I do like just dumb shit, but I'm consistently protecting my head and like my neck because that is like my biggest fear is just doing something to either one of those. That's very loud.
Alright, gents. Oh yeah, these are.
Let's just watch that Bob Ross special.
Oh shit, we'll go back to that. So same idea. He puts this little strap around the back of your head. And just yanks the fuck out of your neck.
That was so fantastic! So fantastic!
Dude, do you remember that one time we watched it with that girl and she like
Screamed and like
no,
moaned.
no. She she like her soul left her body for like 10 seconds.
It just
She's like
well, you know how like whenever like I don't feel good, I get really pale. Yes, they'll make weird noises sometimes, but like I get pale anytime something happens to like my head or my neck, and I'm
Nope.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
Did you feel?
Damn, I wish they'd play that girl. That was so funny.
no, like
You been waiting for that one?
Yes, I have.
Good.
Oh. If I could have that.
How would you describe this to somebody?
Oh my god, I don't think you can.
It was like a younger girl though. Hold on.
it was
I
an
doubt
older
it's Sandy.
video. I
It
feel
was.
like it was like when the Y straps and these ring dingers or whatever you call them became popular. I don't.
Oh.
Nope. You could not pay me.
I love to do that.
I would lick poop for $1 million before I would do that for $1 million. Before I would do that for $1 million because that just I'm so scared my body would just be done. And I'm not a fragile person. I feel like I'm not a fragile person.
You're just breaking, but it felt good.
My body feels like it's breaking, but it feels good.
The Bob Ross special. There it is. 1 hour special.
I think we watched this where we were talking about the Bob Ross boss.
Too far away.
I wanted to make a video game about Bob Ross,
Too far away. When you
and
get closer,
he was going to be the Bob
then
Ross
we'll worry
boss.
about individual shapes. Right
The
now,
Bob boss.
all we're trying to do
This is when we were gaming and not podcasting.
is just sort of tap.
So fucking pure.
Isn't
You know that
fun?
wasn't his real hair? He got his
What?
hair permed.
Super little way to make a
Yeah,
little
he
tree.
had like flat
If you get
hair,
too
and he
far
got his hair
apart,
permed and then
if you-
would
let's just do
comb it
something. See,
out
if you put 'em
to
like
make like a
this,
fro.
they're
so
very
people would
rapidly
find him more
gonna look like
interesting.
telephone poles,
Yeah.
like a fence post.
The more you know, guys. You're welcome.
If that happens, just put some more in there.
For the Air Force? I vaguely remember hearing that.
Hmm.
Not quite enough. There we go. See, reload your brush.
Going off
frequently.
outside. And he also like didn't
Use it.
sell any of those
When they're out
paintings.
here, they get a little bit
The lady
bigger.
who helped sponsor him to get this, like get
And
this
by
job,
making
Yeah.
them
or
bigger out
become
here and
famous,
smaller toward the center,
gave her all
it'll
the
create
paintings.
the illusion
And so she has them all. So I'm
of a
waiting to
little
see if when she
pond. You'll
passes,
see
if
what
she's
I
just
mean in
gonna,
just a second.
if somebody's gonna sell them
So
from
we're
her
gonna get
estate.
bigger
I
toward the
will
outside edges.
wholeheartedly spend money on a
Makes
Bob Ross
wonderful
painting.
effect.
A lot of people will.
No, he didn't. You're right. He didn't make money like
Make you
that.
happy, and if you're
This is
interested
just
in
something he
selling
fucking
paintings,
did.
That's what'll
So
sell 'em.
fucking pure. Bob Ross is too fucking
See,
pure.
it doesn't
I don't
matter
even
whether
care
that color
if
comes down
something
because
comes
we're
out
gonna
and
have
he's like,
water, so
listen,
this'll just end up
he
being
was into
just
fucking
happy little
dominatrix's
fractions.
shit and liked to be stepped on. Don't give no
Whatever.
fucks.
There we go.
Still good. Yep. He would go on
Now,
tour
one of the things when you're
and give
painting,
lessons.
The more planes you have in a painting, the more
So
depth,
fucking
the more
cool.
distance
Fucking love Bob
that
Ross.
you'll have. Your painting will look deeper. So come right up here a minute and look.
What's wrong with that? I'm feeling singled out. Listen, I don't care about anybody's shit. As long as everybody's willing and consenting, fuck it.
Everybody's legal, willing, and consenting. That's all that matters.
We've been married a long time. Things get weird. People hate when I make that joke. Maybe we'll talk about the spectrum next time. Because we've almost been going for 2.5 hours. Minus 20 minutes.
Well,
so
it's
2
actually
hours.
been 2 hours, yeah.
Minus 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 hours.
We talk about the spectrum next Saturday.
Save it
autistic.
for. I'm gonna write it on the board.
It was funny because he
Writing it on the board.
he
I know we're saving it.
I was gonna say how you called me to tell me that you thought you were on the spectrum.
That's part of the thing. It's
Oh.
part of the story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because if you do the story, you have to talk about it all. All right, fine. We'll do it.
No, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'm
So,
getting tired.
I'm tired. I'm dead.
I'm gonna go lay down. I stretched and I hurt my back. I don't know. It was a long day for me. I didn't take a 3-hour nap.
I did. It was nice. I'm a bitch.
Oh, what about the ice cream from last night?
Oh, shit, yeah. So we were laying in bed, and I was laying
He was
I
there.
was laying right here.
I was right
She
there.
was right here.
We were showing each other
And-
our phones while laying in bed.
Yeah. And she pulls up this ice cream ad. She goes,
It was like ice cream cones, and I was
Yeah,
like,
she's
"Oh
like,
my god,
this looks so good right now. But we forgot that we bought ice cream earlier in the day from because like the ice
2
cream
days
truck.
before the ice cream truck came
Oh yeah,
by.
the ice cream truck came by and we bought some ice cream for everybody. We put ours in the freezer and the kids ate theirs obviously because we were saving ours for later. And we forgot about it and we were laying in bed. He pulls up the ad, like this looks delicious.
And as
and
soon
she
as
was,
it
like,
came out of my
looking-
mouth, I went,
It's that exact face. And it startled me at first. I was like,
he's like looking at me like, what the fuck? And then he goes,
and then I instantly made that same face back because telepathically from her third eye looking into my third eye like Furbies, we synced up and realized that there was ice
Ice
cream
cream.
in the freezer.
and we were laughing so fucking hard. We had to
Yeah.
roll out of the bed and we're tripping, getting down the steps to run to our freezer.
It was the funniest thing ever.
That was a good one. 10 out of 10.
I wish I could recorded that so people could have seen. I bet you could have
How
seen.
pure that was.
Yeah, you could have seen the beam of information being shared between the two of us
No shit.
and the realization that we had ice cream in the freezer.
Shout out to
So we
the-
ran downstairs while laughing like a bunch of children and ate our ice cream.
Shout out to our ice cream man. That guy is fucking amazing.
We also don't say that shit, man. That shit might be
Scares.
real. Gosh,
the spoopas.
the Truman Show. That would be crazy because you'll never know.
I told you about that. How I think that that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
How the dark web, people on the dark web are hacking
The
into,
dark web.
Okay. Are hacked into our cell phones because everybody literally carries something that has a camera on it every day, and they're able to hack our webcam,
Yeah.
our computer cameras, and so they're secretly watching us all day. So what if I'm hypothetically, I'm famous on the dark web for fucking weird, what's it called, sex traffickers and shit. They're just watching my every move from me going from the bathroom, coming into here, changing, going downstairs, getting on my computer, turning on my laptop and looking at my
Mhm.
camera. And we would never know, but there's people on
But you're
the street,
super famous.
people on the street that pass us and they're I know her.
Yeah.
Creepy. The Truman Show was scary to begin with, the possibility of that happening, but now with all the technology,
Like a huge possibility.
it's a hella big possibility.
Well, fortunately for us though, in that aspect of people hacking into our stuff, is that we don't make enough money to make it worth hacking into our stuff.
Well, no, it wouldn't be hacking for the money. It'd be hacking for the fun of watching us.
Oh, okay, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. Is they're promoting it on the dark web. It's look.
24-hour live stream of the Ohlers. Our sister walked in and I had to explain what I am doing again. Goodness. Got some nosy family members.
Sounds like our house though.
Does.
Oh,
Should
wait.
have them sit down and make them have them create a Twitch account and then come and watch us and we'll talk to them as well.
But you would have to think you were the main character. Listen, I'm just saying. This is hypothetical in my head. What if each, you know how people watch the Kardashians and everything they fucking do and eat them the fuck up? It's
Yeah,
wild.
I hate that
But
shit.
what if there's that on the dark web? That's on schizophrenia.
Yeah, that's the schizophrenia level stuff.
I don't know. I get so freaked out by that shit.
Remember the number 23 or something like that Jim
Yeah.
Carrey did? That was his first serious role.
Yep.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie. That was wild.
It was wild.
That was very much what is the Leonardo DiCaprio movie where he was like his wife killed the kids.
Inception?
No, it wasn't
No?
Inception. Today was my first day on the highway. You drove on the highway? Shutter Island.
Shutter Island.
Yes.
That movie was really good too. It's been a while since I watched it. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
Listen, on mental health, when the medication that they had me on had me do this thing called depersonalization. It's
No, it was
dehumanization.
disassociate.
No, it
Disassociation?
wasn't disassociating. It was something else. It's basically where in your brain, you're like, I'm not real. None of this is real. And what everybody else is seeing. And one day I'm going to see what's actually happening in this simulation. And that
yeah, you're disassociating.
but it's like dehumanization and like it was weird. Anyways, but I was doing it and I did it when I was a kid and I did it all through like junior high. And I started doing it and that's how I knew there was something wrong.
I'll let you know whenever it happens.
What happens after you die? The people you love will miss you very much.
All right, Keanu Reeves.
That's what happens after you die.
I wanted to look up that ego death. He said ego death, and the Mormons are right. Son of a bitch.
But I actually talked to a doctor the other day, a couple days ago, that I had seen on the side, and I told him about the depersonalization or D whatever, and that was my cue that I needed to get off that medication. And he was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "That happens a lot with that medicine." I was like, "Finally, somebody listens to me." Like, you're fucking crazy. But that's weird to think that you're in a simulation and that nothing that you see is right and that you like second guessing the shit that you see even though it's like fucking normal. Wild.
Oh shit! I gotta pull this up. You just said ego death, and I fucking googled it. Now you got me in something. Ego death is a complete loss of subjective self-identity. The term is used in various intertwined contexts with related meanings. In Jungian, because I believe it's Carl Jung he's talking about, psychology is the synonymous term psychic death is used, which refers to a fundamental transforming of the psyche. In death and rebirth mythology, ego death is a phase of self-surrender and transition as described by Joseph Campbell in his research on the mythology of the hero's journey. It is a recurrent theme in world mythology and is also used as a metaphor in some strands of contemporary Western thinking.
Usually with
Yeah.
the help of drugs. Weird. What?
No. He's saying things that are piquing my interest.
Anyways. No.
I've heard of ketamine, but I don't think I'd ever do that, to be honest, since that's something I was like,
No.
I'll try to stay more natural.
What is it? Cocaine used to be like an all natural. Then everybody started cutting it with everything.
Yeah.
More you know. But I would never do cocaine.
So in description of psychedelic experiences, the term is used synonymously with ego loss to refer to temporary
Off the street.
loss of one's sense of self due to the use of psychedelics. The term was used as such by Timothy Leary to describe the death of the ego in the first phase of an LSD trip in which a complete transcendence of the self occurs. The concept is also used in contemporary New Age spirituality and the modern understanding of Eastern religion to describe a permanent loss of attachment to a separate sense of self and self-centeredness. This conception is an influential part of Eckhart Tolle's teachings, where ego is presented as an accumulation of thoughts and emotions, continuously identified with, which creates the idea and feeling of being a separate entity from oneself, and only by disidentifying one's consciousness from it can only truly be free from suffering.
Wild.
Well, thank you for that. I'm going to be looking up all this shit now. That is something we'll have to save for a later time, because
Short, loud,
lone snoring.
long, snoring.
I know. It's a long read thing. Yeah, down the rabbit hole. That's what I'm about to do after we're done with this. Actually, I'm probably going to play some Destiny, not going to lie. But, just kidding. That was a joke, dear.
I want forehead kisses. Thank you. I'm tired. I say this at the end of every time we fucking stream.
Yeah, Destiny. So I started playing Destiny. Oh, no, I didn't. No, that's a lie. I did not start playing this.
You've been.
I started playing EA SHL.
E.
I've been playing NHL, but I've been playing online on EA SHL, which is where you can like play as one character, but everybody else is a other character. So I've been doing it a lot. It's really fun. I played it a lot before, a couple games ago. Is the Conor McGregor fight on tonight?
Oh
Is it
yeah,
tonight?
we forgot to fucking talk about that. About the Steve-O thing.
Oh yeah, how he called Steve-O a crackhead. And now Steve-O's betting against him. That's so funny. You're right. I know, right? That's what I said too. It was like, yeah, you might be right there.
He's not a crackhead.
Not anymore.
I mean, at one point, but that's like saying Conor McGregor is a bad fighter. Conor McGregor, whatever.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor. Yeah, he's sober. He's like cleaned up his act. He's like doing good shit. And now he's making money because he placed a bet using that app. And then the app was like, hey, we'll give you a code. So when more people sign up, we'll give you money. So he's making money off of this fight, even if Conor McGregor loses, which is hilarious.
I'm gonna check. When's that fight start?
I don't fucking know. Probably started.
It's already 11
PB.
o'clock here.
Sorry, I'm looking at something. Popped up under bullshit. There it is. Sorry.
Oh, the main card is next. God damn it. How much does it buy the people?
Yeah, nobody say on any public forum if you're ever going to watch the fight from somebody else. Then they'll try to sue you.
What are you talking about?
People that have podcasts up were saying that they were going to get a link to watch a fight or to stream it without paying for it. And because they said it on a public forum, they're now being sued by those companies. They're like, look, he said it. And they're like, well, what if I said it in fucking satire and I didn't actually fucking watch it, asshole? But they're like, we're suing you anyways.
I tried to knock backflip.
Boys are weird, man. So fucking weird.
Oh, cool. Well, US Army came out with new.
Just put it on the side one. You'll watch it in my glasses.
Oh, he did try to knock him out, but that was really dumb. Really dumb execution. Sorry. Yeah. Got sucked into that. There's some massive
They're
glasses.
blue light glasses.
Already went to my high school. He just thought, oh, that's pretty cool.
I want to wash all this makeup off already.
Hi everybody. Today we're going to be learning about calculus and numbers. Really big numbers.
Feel good about that? Good?
Well, my Dungeons and Dragons partner likes to. I'm just kidding. I'd love to play. I would love to play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not that creative. I'm a pretty big nerd myself.
Here are my glasses. Bam. Bam. Thank you, man.
Are you done? No, but are you done?
Cuddle. Watch a movie or watch The Office.
And Finn.
Finn.
Yeah, I'll save my nerd stories for later. I was going to talk about Magic the Gathering, but I'll save it for next time. Let me put this. I gotta write this stuff up here. Hold on. Pay top win game. Oh yeah, pay to win game. I'd talk about that next time.
1 week.
Oh, I gotta write this
Well,
down.
we've been talking about gaming again like we used to. We're like, we play and just bullshit while he's playing. Trying to find a game that we both like. Show Tat. It's Pascal from Rapunzel. You said Spectrum. And then I have a couple just banger tats. That one's supposed to be like a moon with like a mist, and then there's an arrow. Bow and arrows or arrows crossing. I have a couple. That's just like my bullshit arm. Planning on blacking that arm out here. That's the goals.
We'll see.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right, gentlemen, thank you for stopping by. We truly appreciate it. It's always fun. We actually really look forward to Saturdays because,
Those guns too, right?
oh yeah, she's got those guns.
The girly muscles.
But we always enjoy talking to you guys. It's always nice. We always look forward to Saturdays because we get to talk to you guys. So definitely, if you have any questions or if you like see something that's hilarious, post it in the Discord.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Contrary
Well,
to my yawn, I look forward to everybody being on there. It's so fun to like talk. Listen. I try to do the Discord and stuff like that.
Link it? What do you mean by link it? I don't know how to do that.
Link what?
I don't know how you do those, like the commands. Hold on.
I want to use Discord more. I'm just bad at bullshit with everybody. And I think a couple people on here have tried to add me on like Instagram and stuff. I'm sorry. I just don't add people on Instagram. That's too much stress. I hate the people that are on my Instagram in general. No offense. I just use it to bitch. Post pictures of my dogs and my kids. That's the other reason why I won't let anybody else on there is because I have pictures of my kids on there. Haha.
But thanks again for stopping by. We have 2 new topics for next week. So be ready for that. We're gonna start looking for some games to play together throughout the week. And also, I played Destiny and EASHL. I play NHL over the week as well. And I have a couple other games I have in the queue.
Go to the server and click invite people and then copy link. Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. You do.
Oh, you're trying to do that. Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Nailed it.
There you go.
I'll try to figure out something fun for us to drink
If
and
you guys,
or eat.
so if you guys also have any of the games that you think would be fun to play or watch somebody play, I guess I should say, or if you can think of any games to play together besides Golf with Friends, because we suck at that game.
No, I
And
hate
Jackson
it, and I
is
get
very
fucking
good.
angry about it. Fuck that game.
Jackson is very good at that game, and we are not. So, it wasn't a party. It was
It
more
wasn't
of
a party. I just put signs up around the house
Yeah.
and made them food. Sorry for almost
Oh,
killing you.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, but we're gonna jump off here. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe to YouTube, and you'll see like other videos that we do as well, or that I do.
He does them. I just show up for moral
Yeah,
support
so.
because I'm boring.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Bye. Love you. Bye.